Sup? You're gonna see me get a coffee relatively early today. I'm already almost done with this thing. There's a lot of changes coming to DC Worlds Collide. If you guys haven't seen the blog yet, there are a lot of changes coming. Let's go ahead and collect these real quick. Oh, and so also I need to beat one part of system recovery. What's up, XP? What's up, Napo? Have you guys read the Brother Eye recalibration? What's up, Gabriel? Have you guys read that yet? All the changes that are coming. I tried to read through it last night, like really quickly, because I was like, let's be prepared this time. I'm not going to do as much of a reaction because I already know what's happening, kind of. So let's be more prepared. And geez, what's up, Lionel? There is so much stuff I don't know that I can do. Like, I want to do a video on it now. And actually, I want to go ahead and release my Weasel video because now my Weasel video will be obsolete. But then I can do a comparison video of the two, one before and one after. Not Weasel, Dr. Phosphorus. But there are a lot of changes coming. Yeah, Jess and Hal are insane. I need, the brides are, that's the thing too. Like, I feel as though they weren't bad. It's just that people didn't have access to them and then fully unlock, all that stuff. And then when you read the kit and you have limited resources, you're not going to put your resources into Constantine because he partially deletes your team. They made one significant change to Constantine that's a very, very small one, but now unlocks him with Aquaman. So that's going to be insane now. Yeah, it looks insane. Sandmay, I almost said Sammy. I apologize. Sandmay, good morning. I think that's everybody. Okay. So I can go over here real quick since we're already on the topic. I literally caused the topic to happen. There are a lot of changes and some of them, like in terms of Mara's stuff. Okay, cool. And I'm just going through it now. I'm going to do the full video in a second. I'm going to try to do system recovery first, I think, and then pull for Mara. Lifesteal is now considered healing. That's huge for Star Sapphire. Sup, guy? I really want the bride. I have no idea what team to focus on since I'm new to the game, and the bride with the 11th Street Kids would be super cool. Bride works well with the 11th Street Kids because she's an anti-hero too. And if you plop not just Weasel, but because you may want to use Judo Master Team Synergy, although Weasels is not bad and they improved it again. No, that wouldn't be bad at all. She was in that league recruitment. I think she is still there in terms of just her and the Justice Gang. But I have her now, rank 8. I'm enjoying her. I need to do more with her, but I got distracted by Aquaman. He stole the show. So yeah, Lifesteal is a huge deal. Hard Hit is insane that they doubled the damage that it does. Oh, also the Steppenwolf thing, that's huge. Yeah, the changes they made to the bride are awesome, but the bride was already, I think the bride was good. I just need to add defense to it. Regardless, that's good. Then ability burning skin. I have to really read through this. I skimmed through this and it seemed like, okay, so you're adding more damage and the inverse of the Superman physical damage, superpower damage thing. Okay, I get you. They fixed Bride's problem. How many times has she revived? Only one. That was her main issue. The strong hit, yeah, the hard hit is a massive one. Her main issue was that like when she revived, it was one thing of health, and then she would do her shots and then get killed again immediately. Her reviving with 80% HP is huge. Huge, I tell you, huge. Yeah, Dr. Foster said they did some stat stuff, which also makes me wonder, I don't know why, but stat stuff for these characters, they're only like 6 months old, so I'm wondering why their stats had to change so drastically. Did they underestimate something in the beginning? Weasel, this will be fun, especially since I just pulled Weasel and Dr. Phosphorus in the last couple of weeks, so thanks for that. Let's see, Mr. Terrific. They did something with Mr. Terrific, but it wasn't like a big thing. Yeah, it was just the. I would say his copying. It wasn't doing it correctly. Put it that way. This also made a lot of sense. Jon Stewart's rebalancing was. I don't know if it's huge or not. I need to evaluate that. I'm wondering about Guy as well. They did some work on the lanterns for sure. The thing that they did here, I wish they took it a step further. The shields on her ultimate, can we please have the shields on her ultimate be actually like large? Grants all odds of the shield that could equal to, oh wait, 40% of her attack. Why did I feel like her shields were so much smaller before? I don't feel like it was 40% of her attack before. Hold up, let me go back. Because I feel like every time I was using Jessica Cruz and using her shields, using this thing, it is equal to 40% of attack. So then what was her attack at? 92,000. I've always felt like her shields were not thick enough. Am I crazy? All right. Anyway, regardless of, then that's good. Maybe I need to run her again. Starfire. Yeah, see, there's so much going on. With Bizarro, I expected them to do a lot more, and they didn't. Vixen, by the time I got to Vixen's kit, I was just skimming. I was really skimming. What's up, Miss MJ Klein? What's up, Kevin? Depends on what it means by he grants them the effect, whether it carries all the elements of his badge and stuff. With who? Okay, because I've been cycling through. Who do you mean? I've been going through so quick, but like by the time I see your message, it's like 10 seconds later because there's a lag. Kid Flash. If they had it, okay. This is awesome, by the way, for his team synergy. Cleansing Silence, I love that. It started me building Poison Ivy for her team synergy. The problem is that there's only 2 other Poison characters, and it's Scarecrow and Penguin, and I don't like Penguin because you have to do his full badge for people to say that he's worth it, and I'm not doing that. I was scared when I saw Ocean Master's name. I was like, please don't change him. Please don't change him. I love him so much. Please don't change him. But it didn't. It's just appropriately applying block amount. That's fine. That is fine by me. And I noticed like at the very beginning of the blog, I think because of what happened, no, I know because of what happened with global release, they made it like very, very like prominent, like nobody is getting nerfed. Oh man. I was talking about, oh yeah, cool. Got you. Talking about Jon Stewart. I really hope this makes Jon Stewart useful. Finally, he's a great character, but he sucks, and he does suck in the game. He's not good. I kept trying to resist it. I kept trying to fight it. Like, come on, it's not that bad. He's not good. Just playing Marvel Contest of Champions. I used to play that game. Like, that's still yeah, it is still around. I've seen it. I played that game like before I played DC Worlds Collide. Not Worlds Collide, DC Legends. So at least 8 years ago. But somehow I got lucky and DC Worlds Collide have Aquaman. Good for you. Good for you. Man, I fought a crazy stacked Bane. He really makes block teams scary. I had Bane in block set. And when he starts stunning, it's awesome. All the heal gets back. Hits is wild at badge. Like, yeah, that's the other thing too. I don't think I ever developed Bane's badge. Let me hide this window capture. And then transition. Yeah, so basically, I need to complete one part of system recovery to get the Epic Selector so I can then buy 30 of Mara's frags because the League shop and the shop have reset, Elite Arena shop. Then I could buy 40, take her up to rank 7, and then hopefully pull for her and get her up to rank 8. What I'm going to do first, though, so I determine how angry I can be, is I'm going to go ahead and pull for her now. Let's see what happens. I'm at 133 in the Aquaman banner, and the pain is real. You still have 10 days, and you can buy those 3 super encrypted tokens from the base shop. Oh my God, Bloodsport, why did you do that? Bloodsport just reset my guarantee counter. Oh, go to hell, Bloodsport. want you Bloodsport right now. Well, there goes that whole system recovery idea thing. Mara's 9-star. I would love to give her up to 10 now, and it's all because of Aquaman, honestly. Behind every great man, there's a great woman, right? Yeah. Well, that just reset my guarantee counter, so there goes that. I'm not doing that now. Thank you, Bloodsport, for messing up that whole plan I had from this morning. But basically what I wanted to do was get the 10 epic selectors. This thing is just not okay, Google. Y'all got to fix this. They're scared to nerf them because of you. You went hard on them when they did. Now I doubt it. I don't have enough views. I don't have enough people for them to care about what I think. If I had like 30,000 people, sure. I got like 3,000. They don't care about me. Yeah, for sure. She's a bad bee. That's what and especially with like Aquaman now. Dang. All right, so what I want to do is first this. So I can use this to get 20 of Mara's shards. Where you at, Mara? There she is. So then I'll be up to 20. Then I can go to the League shop and buy one of each of these, which will put me up at 30. Feature banner will last 7 days, but the event 10 days. Don't forget to pull him in the last day of the banner, not the event itself. Yeah. I learned everything I did. Oh, thanks, guy. I appreciate it. I doubt they watch me. I seriously do. But thank you. I appreciate you watching me. I appreciate you guys watching me. Buffing everything else is always better than nerfing one thing, though. Now, what's up, Mr. West? All right, runes. Let me make sure I have everybody. Okay, cool. Now, I agree with the buffing because it is kind of like a adjacent nerf, meaning like you're giving more to make happy, but you're rising the tide. So effectively, everybody else is kind of everybody's being brought to the same place instead of others being pulled down, which I like. What's my main team? Block team. I'm trying to get away from it, but it's the block team. Next would be the main one that I have constructed in the way that I like is it was the debuff team with Sinestro, Raven, and Grodd, but right now Sinestro isn't doing what I need him to, so that falls off a little bit. I do love running anything with the team synergy from Judo Master. I love anything with the team synergy from Mr. Terrific. I feel as though not lately, I have not done the whole teams construct thing where it's like, here's my sacrifice team. No, I have Bride, and so I'll run Bride with Peacemaker and Judo Master because I like the way that works, and it also sets up his team synergy. And I do have Weasel, but not to a level yet where I feel like I'm comfortable using him. I could take him rank 8, but Mara's priority now. So is Aquaman. And actually, I'm about to try to get Aquaman to rank 9 as well. Next team, I mean, I guess you could say crit, but not really. Sacrifice, I mean, I'm working on it. I guess block is the only team I could say that I run with, and everything else is me piecing together what I need in the moment, if that makes sense. When it's Mr. Terrific, for example, if I'm going up against a team that's going to be susceptible to superpower, I'll put in Mr. Terrific, I'll put in DCU, I don't put in Guy Gardner. I'm more likely to put in like Raven and Sinestro than I would be to put in like Guy Gardner, because they both have superpower damage. They could put out debuffs, and now I have the debuff side of things working with the superpower damage thing. Does that make sense? So like, for example, Shield Team is kind of Lanterns, kind of not. I don't have Hal Jordan, so I'll run Jessica Cruz. Jessica Cruz is the primary damage dealer. Every time somebody gets a shield, she gets stacks of, I think they call it stacks of faith now, whatever. But then that means I can run her with Lex, which I don't run Lex anymore anyway. That's why Jessica Cruz is falling off for me. Lex puts up 5 shields. That gives her more stacks of faith. And then Guy Gardner on his passive gives himself a shield every time he does damage. So that's just stacking up more faith on Jessica Cruz. So that would be like my shield team, I guess. That's how I look at it. But I rarely even use that team. In fact, I don't think I've used that team in the last weeks. It has to have been weeks. Maybe like right after Guy Gardner came out. So like right after Mr. Terrific came out, I think I was using that team a little bit, and then it fell off because I'm just really not a fan of Lex. Who else? I don't really be building like that. Like Deathstroke isn't on a specific team for me. I plug him in with the block team if necessary, if that makes sense. If there's a shield character like Phantom Stranger, then I'm putting him in, even if I'm running mostly Superpower with Mr. Terrific and Superman, DCU, and Kid Flash. I mean, you could try the crit team, which would be... But see, I built my crit team different because they say the crit team is Green Arrow, Red Hood, and Wonder Woman, but I put Zatanna, Green Arrow, and Wonder Woman as a crit team because she gets frantic. Who does your block team consist of? Right now, I'm in the process of building one. My block team is Nightwing and Ocean Master than everybody else, if I'm being real. Bloodsport is the third in that like trio if I'm trying to default. But really, it goes Nightwing, Ocean Master. I have Aquaman in a block set, and I was going to remove it, but now it feels like it's working really, really well. I can run him with Ocean Master or without. Kid Flash goes on my block team immediately because they're going to be taking damage anyway, so you need that. Sometimes I put Mr. Terrific in the front as a pseudo tank with Nightwing to help direct more damage to Nightwing to be blocked. I think that would be so Nightwing. But if I'm running it like against the Flash that I love to run so much, it goes Nightwing, Ocean Master, Bloodsport, Kid Flash, Zatanna. Zatanna, I put in the Frantics so that she can help Ocean Master crit on his counterattacks. Oh yeah, Zatanna's really good. Why Lex falls so hard when I started the game, he is the best tank. Because they gave him that nerf. Once they gave him that nerf, he just fell off for people using him, and he just became like a early game character. His cooldowns were always 3 for this skill. Maybe they have a point. I did rip them apart. Maybe Napo's right. His cooldown was always 3 before. The points were always 3. Now they're 2 and then 3 and then 4, and they increase over the rounds. So that makes his shields effectively only useful in the first 2 rounds. And then after that, he actually becomes a detriment because he's going to steal points to put up shields. But it also gets in the way of your other characters doing their ultimates so that they can go. So, like, it was a terrible thing that they did to him. And I just unlocked him, too. They ruined him, basically. They turned him into something irrelevant by doing that. So now in the first 2 rounds is fine, but now as his shields, his ultimate costs 4 points, now 5 points, now 6 points. It's like, but then if I put him in the front, which is where I want him if I'm thinking I need shields for survival, he's going to eat up all the ultimate points and nobody else's ultimate is going to get a chance to go off. I put him in the back, then I need to be able to survive in the very beginning for the first 2 or 3 rounds before his shields go up. And then his shields won't go up that often. So like, BTW, if you want to see a rank 3 Judo Master wrecking Wonder Woman, as we spoke yesterday, it's in the semifinal against Aturi, match 2. Visual blog at the front, you don't see it. Hold up. And then I do need to make a coffee, and then we do need to, if I'm going to do a video on this blog, I got to get started because it's going to be a long conversation. And in fact, I'll leave you guys up there. Maybe that way that if they do watch, they'll see the reaction of the people. But don't curse. We don't need no F-bombs. Oh yeah, schedule, that's right. Aturi, this one? You said Aturi, no? But I went to this one yesterday, no? I thought I did. I mean, put it this way. If he's a favorite character or something like that, sure. But I I haven't worked on him in a while. I keep like kind of updating his gear, and it's like, nah. Match 3. You said match 3. I'm sitting there like, which one are you talking about? Match 3. And you said that judo. I don't see. Oh, you said there's a visual bug. Okay, everything that you've said. Okay. Okay, Judo Master here, about to wreck Wonder Woman. Over to the left. How though? Not on his ultimate. She's wrecking Aquaman, so I'm fierce. Not on his ultimate though, right? It must have been through. He hit. Okay, the fact that he crits all the time is insane. The fact that he crits all the time is absolutely insane. Whose judo master is this? Oh, oh, for sure. Replace Lex with Nightwing for sure. I did that a while ago, Mr. West. Okay, I didn't know you mean that. Yeah, because now with Nightwing when he blocks, he causes damage to others. That's on his kit. He is the best blocker in the game. That opens up Ocean Master if you've already developed him. 100%. 100%. Yeah, Judo Master wrecked Wonder Woman's face. He does. I have noticed that he does hit hard as hell. Being able to crit on every turn does matter. Like he crits all the time. All the time. I like your girl. It was on his advanced. It's on basic. Next thing you know, her health is dropped. I mean, he got some assists in there. He did get some assists in there from Mara and from Vigilante. Yo. All right. It's the rank 3 counterattack to the first ultimate. He is. I want to see. Was that wasn't your Judo Master, was it? It was his. Because now I want to know. Yeah, it's not a. I want to know what gear is on him, but I can't get to. Oh wait, nope. There it is. But it's your team. There he is. So you have flat HP? You don't even have like crazy stuff on him. That's not even insane stuff. How in the hell? 232. Wait, what rank is he? Oh, it's because it's 313. Okay. I was like, I have him at 280. How in the hell is yours up here at 232 power? That's nuts. That's nuts. So when I get up to like level 313, because all you have on him is like 10.5 and then this HP thing. And I think, I mean, honestly, if I put my Batman's kit on him, he'd be monstrous. I think I have percentage pieces on my Judo Master. Yeah, his is 178. No, this is flat attack, and then this is the attack bonus. And I can't wait to change this into percentage attack bonus. Speaking of, like that. Yeah, like that is what I need. This has to stay on Deathstroke. Does it though? He's doing all that damage and not even geared like insane, which is insane. Deathstroke I do like. However, I feel like I should change this. Am I crazy? Hold up. Let me check the others. There's this 6+. That's a flat stat. That I could put this on Deathstroke instead. And that'll be much more representative of what happens next. Why do I have this on? Oh, I gotta check my comms. What is going on down here? Is this? I gotta check my comms. I thought everything was straight with my comms. We're fine with that. What is going on? HP bonus. Okay. There's supposed to be another percentage one down here, I thought, but I guess not. Um, okay, so basically what I need to do is what I'm about to do is this is like a flat thing that can disappear into the ether. We don't care about you anymore. This I want to put on Superman DCU. I use him far more than I use Deathstroke. Deathstroke has kind of become specialized to me, or at least in the actions that I take with him. So I will replace this with this, and then this with this. And then I'm going to take, oh wait, Wonder Woman has 10.5 on a 2. This is, yeah, I'm going to leave the 10.5 on the 2 with her. I'm going to take this and put this on, oh, and this is also 10.5. I'm going to take this and put it on Batman, and I'm going to take this and put it on Judo Master. All right, so then Deathstroke ends up with the crit piece. So then we replace that bat, and then we replace this. This gives him more HP for some reason, for whatever that's worth. So now his attack should be up. Okay. All right. And then I can go to Deathstroke real quick and just double check that he's not completely screwed up right now. Oh, actually, that did better for him because now he hasn't, well, better. Now he has the crit set completed. So he's not that bad off. Okay. All right. Is the Mirror of Reverie a good artifact? It's the only basic artifact that I keep. Oh, no, you mean artifact, Mirror of Revive. Actually, I was thinking of the reinforcement. It is good, especially when I run it on Raven. Someone else brought up another person to put it on because it adds a debuff. And I think they said Aquaman was the one. But it's one of those, I like it with Raven because when she revives a character, she doesn't get to use on her next turn. However, it also removes stun. So if you have a character that's like high on attack, let's say I'm running up against Nightwing and I have my Batman and I know Batman's going to get stunned by Nightwing because he has the highest attack and Nightwing stuns the character with the highest attack on his ultimate, then I could put that mirror onto Batman so that he doesn't get stunned the first time. And Kevin Brown, I don't know if Kevin was the one who said that or not yesterday, but someone else said also put it on Ocean Master because on the on his retaliates, if you get the mirror up to rank 3, then the retaliates give debuffs. The counters from Ocean Master give debuffs. It doesn't work until you get to this level though, rank 3. I think at the start, bearer cannot take any actions, gain a new turn, can only, yeah, exactly. And then once you get it up to rank 3, if I unlock it a couple more times, I'm going to have to make a decision about whether or not to put it up to Ocean Master or not. All right, guys, I think I need to get started on this blog video. That's going to be a minute. Also, I need to know if I have enough for Aquaman. I'll show this real quick. Aquaman is still 10 days away before we get those other things from the Ocean Master event. I think it's like 25 shards. And I could be patient. I could be patient. Because Clash of the Throne, I'm going to get 25, right? But I'll get these 25 in like 8 days. Sounds like a reasonable amount of time, right? Not for me. So basically what I'm thinking about is I have 10 of his shards right now. I go into Elite Arena. I can buy these, get 20. So that'll put me at 30. And then I have this, and this is the part where I'm like really hesitant. And then I have 67 8th metal. So I'll only be 3 away from ranking him up to rank 9. Or I could wait and kind of save the 8th metal because I'll have 25 of his shards. Definitely not me, but I've seen the advice for a while I don't swap artifacts around like that, and I find Raven too useful to move it off. That's the thing with Raven; it's too useful at the moment. I could see it though for Ocean Master. I don't think it's a bad idea. Just I had to get him ASAP. Spend that 50 for Aquaman. I don't advise spending. He's awesome though. He's S plus. He's right there with Wonder Woman. Right there with Wonder Woman. In fact, I use him more than Wonder Woman now. Okay. Okay. So yeah, that's the debate. Do I wait for those other 25? Because I have that issue with Peacemaker now. I did it with I had it with Peacemaker because of that whole event thing, blah blah blah. So now I just have like, where is it? I thought I had like, yeah, just have 35 shards of Peacemaker just sitting there chilling, and I'm not taking him to rank 9 because he doesn't have anything on rank 9. So, and that would go through all my 8th metal. There's no reason for him to have Nosferatu Hunchback in the game. That's me. It's because he's from the ocean, so he's not used to having upright posture. The water carries you. Everybody feels lighter in the ocean. Okay. All right, so let me make this quick cup of coffee, and then I'm going to come back. We're going to go through the blog. I'm going to try to keep the blog like 30 minutes long. They gave us so much stuff. So much. Mr. West, I was saying that so much. Like, well, I need to get Aquaman because how am I going to do videos of Aquaman if I don't have him? So technically, this is an investment in my future. That was my walk-up music to getting that pack for Aquaman. All right, so I'm going to put on something real quick. I'm going to make my coffee, then I will be right back. Let's see, who are we? Actually, do we have a team up to deal with? Anybody needing some assistance? You're 7 hours away. You're 7.5. So we go here. What is up with team ups lately? It has not been working. Team ups has been a mess lately. Okay, I guess that other Sinestro is already finished. Tax write. I'm saying tax write off. I'm saying that's why I try to warn everybody. All right, so right. Oh, we can put Judo Master in here. I really like playing with Judo Master. He's a lot of fun. He is a ton of fun. You need to go away though. And I need to put the bride in. Oof. What is this? I mean, but it's gonna hit hard hit with. Honestly, let's just run the. I was gonna say let's just run the kids. As soon as I can find Peacemaker, and then Vigilante. This should work, right? I don't need to sit around and watch this to be sure. I can go make my coffee and come back and check. I should be fine. It should be fine. This is all about reducing their damage. She actually causes damage. So does he. Okay, so be right back. Or maybe I'm not going anywhere because this game on emulators sucks. All right. Lord have mercy. I didn't even get a chance to step away. It's only round 2. I didn't get a chance to make my... What are y'all doing? Y'all didn't have to kill them like that. Y'all didn't even let them play. What was... That was like... Y'all didn't even let me get up from my desk. What is really going on? Que cazzo fai? What is this? I didn't get to do nothing. I'll be back. Yes, I do still play Kaiju number 8. I have a bunch of videos I need to post for that. I haven't had a chance to edit because of what happened last week. Today, now that you mention it, today, this morning, I will, or this evening, I'll need to go through and edit those videos because it's a lot of content. I've changed how I'm doing that content. That is more like play along style, like what I'm doing with or what I would have done with Kingdom Hearts. I'm going through Kingdom Hearts right now too, although I'm not recording any Kingdom Hearts stuff yet. I wish they would redo Kingdom Hearts the way they redid Final Fantasy VII, and just update everything, just straight up rewrite the whole thing, maybe even change some plot points. And they could update the Disney characters too, because I mean that thing came out 2 decades ago. Anyway, so right now we need to go to the blog. I'm gonna go ahead and tighten this up, finish it. I need to redo my Elite Arena teams too. This is gonna be a lot of, and my throat is kind of scratchy too. It's gonna be a lot of talking. As if this whole channel isn't centered around me talking. What is wrong with you? It's gonna be a lot of reading. And I'm not the best reader in the world. Would you ever play Rivals? I've heard it brought up. I gotta be honest, I don't even know the game like that. I don't even think it was on my radar for real when I was looking for a new game to play before I found DC Worlds Collide. I tried the Ninja Turtles Legends. I've tried that game like 3 times. I really want to like it, but that game is just so janky. Kaiju number 8, like I said before, I'll put out all the other stuff and I'm doing main story, but that game definitely has a shelf life as far as my channel is concerned. Marvel Rivals, I mean, what's my secondary? My secondary game right now is Marvel Strike Force. So Marvel Rivals might be an option after my vacation, because I'm about to go on vacation, hopefully soon. Like I literally told my boss, like last week that I'm writing a program to do some of the stuff I do so I can go on vacation because I'm tired. Anyway, it's Marvel Overwatch. I bought Overwatch and never got a chance to really play it. I never got into it because I had a relationship at the time. Now I ain't got one. So, it's Marvel. That's a very good description of a game to get me intrigued by it. Where my phone at? Hold up. Hold up. Oh, I can't sing that song on this channel. If any of you are curious, why would you guys do that? If any of you guys are curious about that song, flashback 20-25 years to Lil Kim featuring Cisco. I cannot sing that song on this channel. One of the fun things about living in Switzerland is I have a homegirl, Alessia. And she is half Dominican, half Italian, but raised in, I literally put in Marvel Overwatch, like that was about to be a thing, 1 second. But raised in Switzerland, you know? And so, like, she keeps saying that she learned English from 50 Cent. And I'm like, you need to stop saying that. Anyway, we were hanging out at work. I don't see Marvel Rivals on here. Is it a mobile game? It's a mobile game. Or is it like a console game? I see Marvel Snap, which people became obsessed with for like a good month. Let's see. Is it like if it's a platform game? I mean, I just spent so much money on video games. It's a hero shooter video game. So it is a console game. Yeah, okay. But it's free to play. Y'all, and it came out. Okay, I've seen the logo at everything. I did not look one bit at this game. So it's console, but it's free to play. You done messed up my night, man. Damn. Oh, you done messed up my night. You done messed up my night, dog. Oh my God. Oh, you messed up my night. You messed up my night. Oh, you done messed up my night, man. Oh God. I was gonna try to see somebody. I ain't going nowhere now. Now I gotta play Marvel Rivals. You done messed up my whole damn night. Okay. And you messed up my tomorrow night. Jeez. You messed up everything for me till Sunday. You realize that? If this game is any kind of decent, and it's a free-to-play game where I can like just put in like $10 for the beginner's pack and whatever. I don't have my daughter this weekend because her stepdad is having a birthday, so she's staying with him, and then I get her the next weekend. So I have new responsibilities this weekend other than the responsibilities that I dictate for myself, meaning adulting, meaning I got to do the laundry, I got to do the groceries, I got to do the cleaning the house and all the other stuff. My house going to be messy. I ain't going to have no food other than Uber Eats. You done messed up my whole damn weekend. It's Wednesday. You done messed up my whole damn weekend. Damn. Oh, God, that's what I'm going to be doing, isn't it? It's not that good, but it's fun. My guy, Mr. West. Have you not seen how I'm obsessed about DC Worlds Collide? And it is literally an idle mobile game that is really designed, if I'm being real, all these gacha games that we get obsessed over, they're supposedly designed for you to be able to play like 1 hour, 2 hours a day. They're supposed to be chill while you use the bathroom, while you're in the waiting room, while you're on the bus to work, while you're on the train to work, whatever. They're supposed to be like chills, break time. I can do this and just take my time on it. And people have turned them into obsessions like with consoles. If you think I can't, if you saw me do this with DC Worlds Collide already, whole channel, you think I can't do that with Marvel Rivals? You messed up my night too. It's 2 a.m. So it's revenge. You messed up my nights too. Okay. All right. Damn. Okay. Well, I'm downloading that game. I mean, from the guy who was playing Marvel vs. Capcom 2 last night. Granted, I only played it like for 30 minutes right before bed because it was like 9:30, and I was like, I need something to do that's not watching a TV show because I'm out on watching movies and TV for right now. I don't know why. My brain is somewhere else. So what I'm going to do is listen to My Mama Told Me and play some Marvel vs. Capcom before going to bed. If you need a healer, let me know. Oh, so you have to run it with people. Okay. Oh, this is going to be a problem. All right. Let me learn to get, I'm going to get on it. I'm going to get on it tonight, actually, sadly enough. Marvel vs. Capcom is goated. And when my friend, my homie Stevie told me about that pack, guess who bought? That's where my money went for the video games this month. Like, that's my part of my budget. When I took some budget from DCWC Collide and went over to PS5, and I got I got Dragon Ball Z Kakarot, but that thing was only like 3 francs. And then I got the Marvel vs. Capcom collection, the superhero collection, whatever they call it, that had like 8 games in it. And then Super Monkey Ball, but that's for my daughter. My daughter's into like Avatar and RPGs. She's starting to get there now. But the Super Monkey Ball, so we can play something together and just like be goofy. So is Avatar, to be fair. I'm a Celestial DPS. Is if anyone is chat. Well, look, if y'all want to do that kind of stuff in terms of like organizing, let me know. And then I can add a channel to the Discord. And even if I don't play Marvel Rivals, you guys can. I want to keep the community like what I'm doing right now. I want to keep it to where like you guys can still communicate with each other. And I'm not like, you're talking about Marvel Rivals on my DCWC Collide Discord? How dare you? I'll kick you out of my Discord. No, just I'll add extra channels just so people don't get what they don't want, if that makes sense. But in fact, I'll do that. I'm going to write it down so I don't forget, because Lord knows I'll forget because I'm about to go into this other thing. But I don't want, for those people who don't care, I want to provide like a safe space so they can just talk a safe space. We're talking about mobile games. Jesus Christ, what's wrong with me? I want to keep the space there clean for DCWC Collide. But what I will do, since enough of you, I mean, honestly, it would have just taken 3 of you. Enough of you have said like Marvel Rivals, the name, and how much you like it. I'll add a Discord channel like to the whole Angreifer Gaming thing, where it's you can do Marvel Rivals content. And I won't do a full channel breakdown until I've actually played the game. You know how I have like, here's your alliance and here's your general questions and tips and tricks and stuff. I won't do that, but I'll put in there just like Marvel Rivals general chat, and then maybe Marvel Rivals like recruitment or play along. I don't know how the game works yet. And then that way, if you guys want to meet up and met somebody in the chat and that's what you want to do, hey, I know some cool folks are over here on my side. So that way, if you want to play with them Marvel Rivals too, I'll provide the space. But I just have to do it after this. I'm going to do this blog, which God willing won't last an hour. I'll be on stream for like another hour, hour and a half. Then I have to go do my real job. But in between the real job and this, I will go ahead and do it. Dude, I have seen that trailer for the new Wolverine movie. Game. I don't even know if I'm allowed to play that on my channel. It is graphic and it is amazing. Shout out to the homie Stevie who sent that to me as well. He sent me that clip and I was, okay, hold up. Okay. This is my problem, right? This is my problem. I get a lot of my like comic book video game information from Stevie and from like way back when. So like Batman versus Deadpool, I got from you guys on the stream. I never would have known about it except for like 3 years later, because I walk into a comic book store once every 2 years. I usually just buy my comic books on the Play Books app or whatever, or download the torrents CBR files, right? So I'm waking up like early. I can't even remember what day it was. And Stevie, because they live in California, Stevie and Stuart live in California. I get a message from them, And he's like, have you seen this? And I was like, what? It ruined the rest of my morning. First, I watched that trailer like 7 times in a row, and I got so excited, and it said fall. I was like, but that's now. We're in fall right now. That's what's up. So when's it coming out? Give me the date. October what? November what? And then I watched it like I was legitimately 3 or 4 more times, and I'm sitting there replying to Stevie like, I can't believe the Wolverine game is coming out now, because you sent me the thing like years ago, and now it's finally coming. And then I noticed it said fall of 2026, and I wanted to punch life. Like there was no, it hurt me in my stomach. It was Friday, I remember, because I went and hooped that day at my lunch break. And it was such a like, I'm so happy and so sad all at the same time. It hurt, man. That trailer was something serious. Wherever I go, death follows, just not for me. Dog. Every line he said in that trailer was a bar. I want to say that I'm not a violent man. I'm no hero. I'm Wolverine. Every line he said in that damn trailer was a bar. Jeez. I feel like that could have been in a DMX song. Rest in peace. Everything he said in that whole trailer was a bar. Everything he said. Okay, sorry. You got me thinking about, man, I wish I could play that trailer. I wish, but it is so violent. It is so tremendously violent. It is violent. And so I'm trying to adjust the blog thing right now, guys. So forgive. I'm not just squawking. I'm trying to also adjust the thing. But it is so, oh man. The part where the cyborg has him like by the neck and trying to choke slam him, and he's just like, oh my God. Oh God. Oh my goodness. Wherever I go, death follows, just not for me, is one of the hardest lines I've ever heard in my life. That is right in line with like, there is a line in Anchorman 2, I want to say, that is delivered by, what is his name? Funny as hell. Wedding Crashers. I'm worth $2 million that the government knows about. What is his name? Oh, what is his name? Wedding Crashers. Hot Route. What is his name? You're a motorboating son of a baby. What is his name? That guy. I don't want to say Vincent D'Onofrio, but it's not Vincent D'Onofrio. That's the dude who played Kingpin and played the serial killer in the movie The Cell, which is one of the most disturbing movies ever. Vince Vaughn. Is it Vince Vaughn? It's Vince Vaughn. Now I forgot why I want to remember his name. No, other one. Not Owen Wilson, other one. Vince Vaughn, I think. Now I've completely forgot why I even wanted to remember him. I wish I could rewind my own channel. Oh, God. Okay, so I was sorry. I was trying to get this all lined up to be presentable. Jeez. I want that game out right now. I need that game out right now. I completely forgot what I was going to say. I got distracted by the Vince Vaughn thing. Probably better to go ahead and keep it pushing. Okay, so yeah, Vince Vaughn is the other. Yeah, he's Wedding Crashers, Old School. There was a Vince Vaughn phase right there where it was amazing. The Vince Vaughn, Will Ferrell, and then just plug in extra guy here. Owen Wilson here, a Paul Rudd there. Paul Rudd is awesome too, though. They just plug and play, but all you really needed was like Vince Vaughn or Will Ferrell, and then pepper other people around them who were the main characters, but those two. Like when Vince Vaughn at the end of Wedding Crashers, Mom, meatloaf. When you saw Will Ferrell show up, it was almost like a guest showing up on Saturday Night Live back when that was a good thing, and people being surprised at the guest. You know what I'm saying? I've never seen The Internship. Okay. So here we go. We're going to try to do this. We're gonna try to do this. We're gonna try to do this now. I completely lost my train of thought on that whole trying to figure out who Vince Vaughn was. Yeah, Brother I. So, guys, feel free to comment. Just try not to curse because this is going on YouTube. I don't want to have to censor out your words. Okay, so coming in. That wasn't noisy on a microphone at all. That was really discreet. Coming in. Dodgeball is classic. If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a ball. What the hell logic was? He was knocking them the hell out with that wrenches. Oh my god. Oh my god. That was one of those things. It was also like the Master of Disguise, which I know was supposed to be more like a kid's movie, but they were slapping the hell out of each other, and they did the cuts and the actual motion so well and the sound is really important in those scenarios to make it really like pop. With the first time he hit old buddy in the head with that wrench and he hit the ground, the sound engineers, the Foley artists should have gotten a raise immediately because the way the camera snapped, bing, drop. That was, bruh. Oh, I could have peed myself laughing. I never liked Pineapple Express. I never liked Seth Rogen movies too much because they were too much. Like, I needed to be stoned in order to enjoy them, and I don't want that. You know what I mean? Like, Dodgeball, I think I could show that to a 12-year-old, and they would pee themselves laughing. I think with Pineapple Express, you need to be slightly high, because that stuff was wild. But didn't they have a part where something was stuck in a windshield while they were driving? Dodge, duck, dip, dive. Oh, I was just about to say the 40-year-old version. I was just about to say, but I can't. The 40-year-old version, to me, really, really good. Don't get this twisted. One of the funniest movies of all time. I'll put it up against any other comedies. That movie's hilarious. I can't watch it a lot. And it's partially because as much as I love Steve Carell, his brand of comedy is kind of cringe. So that's why I can't really enjoy The Office, because cringe situations give me a little bit of anxiety in a little uncomfortable way. And it's funny, I'll admit that it's funny, but The Office is something I couldn't really watch. 40-Year-Old Virgin, I was just thinking about 40-Year-Old Virgin just right now. When he was, I can't even say the words, but when he was talking about, when he put the ultrasound up on the TV, look at the size of his, I don't care. My sister has it on a TV. You know what I mean? It was so funny. Kevin Hart showing up. I need you to be my, and help me with the sale. That was such a funny movie. Oh, in so many ways. But I think I've only watched it a grand total of 3 times, 4 times. Dodgeball is one of those things of where, I think it's because 40-Year-Old Version has a lot of heart in it, and I like it. I like that a lot. But there's a couple of emotional points where it's you feel for Buddy, and you also feel for his lady too, and it all comes together in a very nice, happy ending. So maybe I'm being a little bit too sensitive. But Dodgeball, I feel like I can watch it 100 times because there's no heart in that movie. That sounds so bad, but I think you know what I mean. 40-Year-Old Virgin, it does a genuinely good job of being a funny, but genuinely good movie, right? Dodgeball is a very good, goofy comedy, but you're not taking any elements of it seriously. There's nothing about Dodgeball that's serious whatsoever. 40-Year-Old Virgin, there is Superbad. Superbad was the same thing for me. Superbad was the same thing for me as the 40-Year-Old Virgin. Superbad is one of the funniest. I could crying, laughing. That scene where he's dancing with that girl. I have said this. I will say this 100 times over. That's a real thing that happened to somebody. I can't say what happened, but basically he's dancing with the girl. Something shows up on his leg. There's nobody that funny or that creative. That happened to somebody. What's up, Rello? That happened to somebody, and there's that whole art imitating life thing. That happened at a party with somebody. There's a writer friend or a friend who's going to be a writer or a friend who knows a writer, and he's like, I'm telling Steve about this tomorrow. There's no chance. That happened. I will bet if we could talk to the writers, they can keep the names confidential, but there's an interview. There's somebody who's had drinks with one of those writers, and he was like, "No, that happened to my friend at this party in like 1987. It was hilarious." That's how the guy knew that his girl was cheating on him because of blah 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 blah. Like that. But that's the same thing with Superbad. There's an element of Superbad where it's like two really, really good friends just growing up, and it hits like some real chords and some real notes. And so I can't watch it a bunch. Dodgeball, what was the other one? I just thought of The Hangover. There's no real elements in those movies. There's no real like anything for me to take serious. Superbad, as funny as it is, stupid funny. There's like a little serious like twinge element of like, oh, they're best friends and they're growing apart, but hopefully they stay friends forever. But you know that in Sausage Party was hilarious. But hopefully they can keep contact. But this, of those of us who's grown up, this era of your life is over. So seeing your best friend every day sucks. You're not going to see him every day anymore. You can stay close, and hopefully you guys can stay best friends, but it's never going to be the same as it was, and that hits a note. 40-year-old virgin, guy who's so terrified of relationships because, funny enough, he's been through so much, like, ouch, 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 and trying to be something sexy or whatever, and it failed every time, that he just basically closed himself off and just became like a gaming action figure nerd. Sounds familiar for me right now. So, like, it hits a real chord. And so I can't watch those over and over and over again. Dodgeball, Sausage Party, Anchorman, ain't nothing serious about them. Ain't nothing serious about them. You can watch them things 1,000 times over and over and over again. Sausage Party, legitimately, I had watched that with my ex-girlfriend, and we were legitimately laughing, I think more out of shock than out of like, this is funny. All right, anyway, let me stop. No, you don't. You do not need weed for Sausage Party. I promise you that. That movie is ridiculous. The thing that stopped me, because it was animated, but in a very, very goofy animated way. And I'm so glad I did not watch that around any of my children because I was like, they said Sausage Party. That's the other thing too. I try not to watch trailers before watching the movie. I try to get enough information to be like, I'll like it or I won't. And then I won't watch trailers anymore because now they just give you the whole damn plot. I try not to watch them. But thankfully, I did not, because I think my son was like 12 at the time that movie came out, maybe 13. And I was like, Sausage Party. Okay, this will be like mildly inappropriate, but they're not wilding out. They were wiling out. I thought it was going to be one of those like teen movies that's like mildly inappropriate, but hey, all right, all right, I'm going to let you watch it. Don't tell your moms. No, I can't. That would have gotten me. That would have lost me custody if I let my son see that movie. I would have lost custody, and I would have been like, "No, y'all right. I was tripping. I shouldn't have done that. I don't deserve to see him for a very long time." Like that. I'm so glad I watched that. Project X came out when I was 15, and it felt like I knew the future would be disappointing. I've never seen Project X. All right, here we go. Let's go into this massive news, and now I have to start the recording over because I've been recording for 8 minutes and talking. Now, American Pie is a classic. Albeit, this is the thing. I saw like the two versions of it, and they had like they wrote two scenes, and what was it? Jason Biggs? That did ruin his career. That absolutely ruined his career. All right, here we go. So, let's try to keep the language PG. Start recording for YouTube. All right, so here we go. Coming in 3, 2. Brother Eye, coming October 7th. I don't know why I said it like that. It felt like I was talking about a CBS TV series. Basically, there are some reworks that are coming to the game. However, don't worry. They make it very, 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 very clear that there are no nerfs in here. And they're right. But there are some massive changes to Lifesteal, to Sacrifice, to Constantine, to every. Let's just get to the video. Project X is like American Pie, but filmed like it was a documentary. Yeah, I never saw that. I never even heard of that. Maybe if I saw that, I'll have to look it up later. Maybe if I see like the movie thing, like, like the movie poster or whatever, it'll remind me. But there was an era of movies like from 2006 to like 2010 while I was like transitioning in Switzerland that I just completely missed out on. Huge changes. I should have. Okay. Anyway, coming back in 3, 2. Hi guys, I'm Grabber here, and this is a DC Worlds Collide video. In this video, I'm going to go over the Brother Eye Update 2. It goes live on October 7th, as they put in this blog. Now, I'm not going to hit every point. If you want to see the blog, go to DCWorldsCollideGame.com. It's up there under the news tab. There is a lot of stuff in this. If I read this whole thing, it might as well be me reading you a bedtime story for 20 minutes before you go to sleep. But I'm going to try to hit some of the major points. And it feels like it's a lot of good news. I'll put it that way. A lot of stuff that I am eager to try out and see how it interacts within the environment of DC Worlds Collide. But today we're discussing, okay, so I am Brother Eye. Systems confirm augmentation. I could have just skipped this part if I was trying to save time. Files recalibrated and observed universal growth. The grid adapts, superiority spreads. Okay, so today we're discussing the next Battle Eye recalibration, which is planned to be released on October 7th. Our first Brother Eye update happened prior to our worldwide release and nerfed the hell out of some of my favorite characters and ruined a lot of the game. So for some, this may be the first time you've seen an update of this magnitude. It is huge. This recalibration is special, as there are only buffs to characters. Nobody is being nerfed. So this time, not every time, please don't nerf anybody. It's better just to buff. Don't nerf. Don't nerf. As with our last major Brother Eye recalibration, we have the same goal. We want every character to be exciting when you pull them, to have a team for them to work well with, and to have modes that they perform well in. The latest recalibration, we're focusing on rebalancing the characters who have not been as useful as we'd hoped and revamping a few team synergies that weren't living up to their potential. A few characters have full ability reworks, but even more have smaller adjustment that should have big impacts. They're not wrong about that. I have read through some of the stuff, and I'll skip through a lot of this right now. I have read through a lot of the stuff, skimming, which is why I know I can't read this whole thing. It's massive. But there were some things that especially happened at the end in terms of like how some of the buff mechanics work, how some of the healing mechanics work, that do cause like major shifts, like major shifts in what's happening. Now, Mara's kit, I will not go over it. I did do a guide on Mara, and I'll do another one when I get up to rank H, which should be relatively soon. I will touch on the fact that in her ultimate, they've now added a stack of Frostbite, and then on the level 2, you get an additional stack of Frostbite. So by the time you get to level 2, she's putting down 2 of them. On the advanced attack, she's also adding Frostbite. The second Dolphin always inflicts Frostbite with the level 2 of that. And then the third Dolphin always inflicts a stack of Frostbite. So you could put down as many as 3 stacks of Frostbite when using the advanced attack. So, and then she was changed from agile to tactical. And they did say that part of this was because to like go along with her like lore in the comic book. But I think these are good changes. This helps her run along with Aquaman, and they put this out now, which is why I don't really need to cover it that much, because they wanted her to run with Aquaman as they released him. Now, this is huge. Lifesteal is now considered as healing. This means Lifesteal will work well with Kid Flash Team Synergy, Heal Crits, Star Sapphire's Heal Collection. This is massive for Star Sapphire. Star Sapphire I was trying to use in the very beginning with heals, and it was nice to be able to run her with Black Canary, who you can't run after like mid-game basically because her levels don't go up high enough. And Kid Flash, he does provide a lot of heals, but it's on his ultimate and his advanced attack, which is good. However, it's not going to be as good as when Zatanna had her 15% lifesteal way back in the day. Way back, meaning 3 months ago. So having lifesteal count as heal is big for loading up on Star Sapphire's heal collection, which she then uses to do damage. So that makes her a better damage dealer. And Martian Manhunter's ultimate. Lifesteal will also be reduced by decreased heal from the back cycle, poison reduction, and will no longer heal when countered by Poison Ivy's team synergy, which makes Poison Ivy very powerful. The only problem with Poison Ivy is the fact that She needs other poison characters for her team synergy, and she only has Scarecrow and Penguin, which Penguin I do not like, especially since they say he's good once you get his badge to level 30. Do you know how hard it is to get badges to level 30, and you want me to just believe that he's good until that point? No, thank you. I'm done. And then Scarecrow is an elite. So 2 epics and an elite, I'm not going to put a lot of investment in getting her team synergy done. Those are the only poison characters in the game so far. I should go double check that though to be on the safe side. Characters like Zatanna and Two-Face can add lifesteal to allies and others. That's what I was talking about before, including the newly reworked Weasel. This part is also awesome and bad because I just did a video on Weasel and Dr. Phosphorus. But now I can talk about the changes when I do their second video. Hard hit. Riddle me this, Batman. Basically, we're gonna skip all that. Hard hit now increases damage given from the next non-ultimate attack by 20% instead of 10. So they doubled how hard hit is. Now beware, this is like the next non-ultimate attack. So hard hit stays for that 20, hit, and then go back. This goes to the Bride is the first one I can think of that gives like hard hit when she gets rid of her, when she loses HP, she gives hard hit to her allies. Also, I can't remember if Judo Master gives hard hit or strong attack. Can somebody in the chat like help me out with that? I think Judo Master gives hard hit, but I'm not 100% sure. This is pretty massive. Steppenwolf is stage 3 boss in League Challenge. His unique ability Cross Cleave will instantly defeat an opponent. Previously, Cross Cleave skill would bypass invulnerability shields like from Cyborg's ultimate or the Screwdriver helmet, as well as death protection skills held by characters such as Superman and Superman DCU. Well, the Bride is still squishy, Mr. West, until you read what comes up next, because the Bride is also getting a rework. We'll get there. So Steppenwolf's Cross Cleave no longer bypasses invulnerability, which opens up a bunch of options, which makes Aquaman incredibly valuable in this scenario as well. If you're dealing with like Peacemaker having the Screwdriver helmet up. If you have Superman DCU, it wouldn't be recommended to run Aquaman because then they will get to their invulnerability and then instantly have 2 sets of invulnerable on them instead of just 1. At the same time, you would rather stagger those. But if he's going to take you all the way until like invulnerable with Superman and Superman DCU, you don't need Aquaman there. However, with Peacemaker, if you're running the Screwdriver helmet, or on anybody you're putting the Screwdriver helmet on, then maybe more so. However, ultimate point being is that this changes a bunch of things that I am able to do just having Superman or Superman DCU running with them. Screwdriver helmet is an elite artifact, so not that hard to get, and I love it. It's actually pretty cool. Cyborg I don't have, so I don't have that much experience with his invulnerable, but that would be awesome. Now, speaking of she's still squishy, we're going to the Bride, whom I just pulled like a month ago. Excuse me, when I was pulling for Peacemaker. Now, the Bride I'm going to go through and see, like, look at all these kits. Dr. Phosphorus, like Weasel. There's so many kits. So I'm really going to try to hit the major points. But the Bride, I'll be honest, I have her. So it's a little bit more interesting in the sense of I know how this is going to react to her a little bit differently. When the Bride, and this was a massive thing. When she revives, when she receives a fatal attack, she revives with 80% of her max HP instead of just 1 HP. She would basically revive. I can't remember if it was like 1 or 5%. It didn't matter because she would revive and instantly die. And then her crit rate increases by 50% for the rest of battle, and she instantly performs her basic attack. So now she's going to crit a lot easier if I can get her up to like 50% crit once she revives. She's at 100% crit now. And then it always had 100% lifesteal, I believe. Next. On her badge levels. The first level, the Bride performs an additional basic attack whenever Undying is triggered. Okay. Undying bonus crit rate increases to 100% for the rest of battle. So when Undying happens, it was 50%. Now if I do this, it goes up to 100%. When triggered, the Bride gains 20% damage reduction for the rest of battle. So now when she comes back, she is going to take 20% less damage. So tougher to kill. Next, the Bride's stat growth. So they're increasing her stats so that she will have 4% more defense isn't that much to me. I'm still going to have to build her because she is squishy. She has a ton of HP, but that HP goes fast. So I still want to build her with a lot of defense. And then the attack going up by 12%. Well, a little bit of attack is always good. So for Dr. Phosphorus, I will explain that. I will read their conceptual thing here. Dr. Phosphorus has always been a conceptually cool character. Our team loves it when a single target can break the rules of DC Worlds Collide. In his case, Dr. Phosphorus cannot detonate and instead can stack up burn to help himself heal. All those burns stacks can amplify his ultimate damage to theoretically absurd levels. In practice, he often died far too quick and never got a chance to shine. So in order for them to rectify that, they kind of did the opposite of the Superman thing, and not kind of, they did exactly that, where Dr. Phosphorus has 50% superpower reduction. So he's going to take 50% less damage from superpower damage, but he's more susceptible to physical damage. So he's going to take less damage from Sinestro, but more damage from Green Arrow or Wonder Woman, if that makes sense. And then reflect is increased by 20%. So anything that he's reflecting back in terms of you hit him, he hit you back, is increased by 20%. Let's go on down. Enemies now inflicted with 1 burn. Okay, so we'll skip all that part. Now the passive ability. This was on his first passive ability. On his second passive ability, heal immunity, heat immunity. I'll read the first full. I'll read all 3. Dr. Phosphorus cannot detonate burn and can accumulate a maximum of 99 stacks. At the start of his turn, Dr. Phosphorus heals himself for 1% of his max HP for each stack of burn he has, with a maximum of 5% max HP per turn. This was 3. They increased it to 5. But this amount of heal is increased to 10%. This is what I'm talking about. We get up to 15%. Now that's what we want. That's what we want. So like in the, I guess you have to stack and like reasons to build them up. 10% is awesome. 15%, that much better. 5%, but all right. So now the basic ability, Fusion Fire. Phosphorus sacrifices 5% of his current HP to attack an enemy, dealing 100% of his attack as superpower damage. Now, Dr. Phosphorus inflicts 1 stack of burn on the enemy and 2 stacks of burn on himself at level 2. He does want burns on him. He does. It does help him a lot. Dr. Phosphorus adds 2 stacks of burns to the enemy and 4 stacks of burn to himself. Ultimate ability, go nuclear. No change to this, basically. Deals 100% of attack as superpower damage to all enemies and 5% of attack as superpower damage to all allies. Allies cannot be defeated by this attack and will survive with HP. So he's damaging everybody. Now remember, this is going to change when I talk about Constantine, because it did change something massive in his kit, and it was only 1 word, funny enough. So remember, this is causing damage your characters are not sacrificing. So running him with Aquaman doesn't mean that the sacrifice on those that loss of damage or HP on those characters is going to be mitigated by that passive from Aquaman. It means that it might help himself when he's doing sacrifice Dr. Phosphorus, but not when he's actually doing damage to his allies on this ultimate attack. Enemies take an additional 20% damage for each stack of burn Dr. Phosphorus has on him. That is nuts. And then the damage increases to 30%. That is absolutely nuts. It feels like he could wipe out a field with that. And then Dr. Phosphorus stats, his HP is increased by 19%. And then his other HP stat gained from leveling is increased by 27%. Now, this is a lot. Again, I'm not reading this whole thing, but I'll give you what they were thinking. Weasel has received some serious updates. Not only are several skills being brought up to power, he is also getting a complete rework to his badge and Team Synergy. Previously, other than the general stat bonuses that all Team Synergies provide, Weasel's Team Synergy exclusively granted bonuses to Weasel. This was something that was weird to me. His whole Team Synergy was only geared towards him. And I was like, okay, but isn't this supposed to be a team synergy? Shouldn't everybody get benefits? Additionally, it didn't counter any other team comps. Generally speaking, we want the Team Synergy to be a fun space to build a team around and not focus solely on a single character. That I agree with 100%. Team Synergy, the Weasel. All allies gain 25% shield penetration. Ally basic attacks dispel one stack of a random buff from the target. This is pretty huge. The first thing I thought of, and I know there's a billion other things that you can do with it. The first thing I thought of is the Under the Moonlight Poison Ivy Crisis Watch. When you're trying to get on stage 10, when you're trying to get the seduction off of Batman and Superman, this ability, this team synergy will help out with that a lot. When damaged by an ally, gain one stack of recuperate, one stack of haste. Okay, fine. Shield penetration is increased to 75%. All attacks against an enemy with shield will have 100% chance to crit. So we're gonna crit and we're gonna bypass 75% of their shields. Okay. Badge. Full rework. They changed everything. So, at the start of battle, the front row ally with the highest max HP becomes Weasel's buddy. That's the same. Weasel can... Oh, wait. No. Wasn't this part on the team synergy? Is that the part that changed? Because I feel like Weasel can only deal 1 HP of damage on his buddy and will always target them with just a nibble. Anytime the buddy is damaged by any attack, Weasel gains 1 hard hit. Now, forgive me. I'm going to go to the game real quick to double check on my Weasel. That feels so weird to say I'm double checking on my Weasel. Yeah, this was his team synergy. They moved his team synergy over to his badge. Smart. I like that a lot. Weasel eats up 2 types of debuffs when he nibbles his buddy. For each debuff he eats, Weasel and his buddy are healed by 5% of their max HP. I really like this. Is it great? But it's a 10% heal and you're removing a debuff from your highest HP tank, which just helps him be a tank. Damage to enemies from just a nibble increases to 200% and Weasel will always nibble an enemy after nibbling an ally. Okay, we can see that. Ultimate cost now is 3. Passive ability, all of Weasel's attacks apply 1 stack of bleed to the enemies for 1 turn. I guess it was not all of his attacks. Then you're gonna add on level 2 for his passive ability. When below 60%, all of Weasel's attacks apply an additional stack of bleed for 2 turns. And then when at or below 50% HP, all of Weasel's attacks have a 50% life steal. Yeah, I like that. So now everything else is the same. Mr. Terrific, don't get scared. Because the second I saw Mr. Terrific's name, I was worried. Yeah, Weasel's synergy looks nuts now. Weasel's team synergy does look nuts now. And I'm very happy that I just pulled him. But that is something serious. I actually kind of want him to be ranked 10 now. Okay, moving on. Don't get scared. This is actually improving Mr. Terrific. As though you can improve upon him, they manage. So basically, Mr. Terrific, where's the blah, 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 blah. His ultimate turnabout works by copying debuffs from your team and applying them to the opposite position on the enemy. However, if there were no corresponding opponents in the opposite position, like if the enemies were defeated or if you were fighting an evil false boss, then the duplicated debuffs would go nowhere. Now, if there is no enemy in a valid slot, it will apply debuffs to a random enemy. That is huge. That is a very, very, very big deal and improves Mr. Terrific by getting him to work the way that he should have, honestly. But I'm glad that they peeped game on that and that they changed it. Currently, his passive only triggers after losing so much health. Looks like they are removing that restriction. Yup. That is amazing. Let me go back and check on the so that's his, you said the passive, yeah. So let me see. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah. So this is the one that I just read. You guys aren't seeing this right now because I'm not making the transition. When his HP drops below 40%, any bleed he inflicts lasts for 2 turns. That was the passive ability, Tooth and Nail. That is, I mean, I guess it's a thing, but I'm glad that it's different now. It's much better now. Okay, so check. Oh, what's that? Oh, do not tell me I'm getting sick. Do not tell me I'm getting sick. My nose felt like it was getting stuffy. Hold up. Do not tell me I'm getting sick. All right, here we go. Coming back. Oh my God, we're halfway through this vlog and it's 20 minutes in. All right, so coming back in 3, 2. All right, sorry, I feel like I'm getting sick. Don't get sick. Don't get sick. Don't get sick. October 1, don't get sick. All right, here we go. The lanterns. A lot of the lanterns got some work done. A lot of them. I'm gonna go through theirs a little bit more. Oh, okay, I was gonna say a little bit more carefully, but again, we're 20 minutes in and I'm halfway through this. All right, Guy Gardner. Yeah. Okay, so Guy Gardner is getting a small nudge, and this kind of makes sense. When an enemy does not have interference, his ultimate will now target the enemy with the lowest HP. Forgive. So I don't need to read all that. They're telling you exactly to the enemy with the lowest HP if they don't have interference. Cool. John Stewart, this is kind of a big deal for me. I'm not gonna read it like detail, but John Stewart has been on our list of reworks for a long time. He never felt like he was defensive enough to be a tank, for sure. Neither did he feel offensive enough to be a damage dealer, for sure. Additionally, he adds random debuffs with his basic and counterattack. It never felt that he attacked often enough to work well for the debuff team either. Facts. So, how about we address all of the above by making some changes to his ultimate, both passives and his badge, as well as give him some additional utility with other lanterns. The only problem, and this is the same thing, he is a mighty tank, and this is for my roster. I have Superman, OG Superman, I have Bride, I have Peacemaker. Like, I have 3 legendary mighty tanks, and if they made them tactical, if they changed them from mighty to tactical, because the only tactical tank we got are Lex, he sucks now, and Gorilla Grodd, I mean, he cool. So, like, that would have been nice. Anyway, sorry, not that important. Although I think, not that important. So they made changes. Ultimate ability creates a shield equal to 50% of his max HP. I'm gonna literally go back to him now, just because I don't even have him in level link right now. I have him out. The characters that I do not have in level link right now are Damien, Penguin, Bizarro, John Stewart, Vixen, and Star Sapphire. And of those, I think Star Sapphire is the one that I want to put in the most. So that's just to give you an idea of how bad it has been. Yeah, he gains 30%. Okay, so he's giving himself shield now. This will help him run with creates a shield equal to 50%. So this helps him run with Jessica Cruz. Then he constructs a sniper rifle. He gains 30% damage reduction, and 30% of the damage taken will be absorbed into the rifle. After 2 turns, he will attack the enemy with the lowest HP, dealing superpower damage equal to 300% of the attack, 300% of the amount absorbed. Each stack of weakness in sight adds 50% damage to the sniper shot. Shields increase to 75% of his max HP. That is awesome. When damaging the enemy, apply 1 stack of exhaustion. That is awesome. So going from 50% shields, now you're adding 75% shields. That is great. I like that a lot. During battle, increases max HP by 10%. When attacked, gain 1 stack of weakness in sight. Okay. I like this a lot. And then damage reduction of weakness in sight increases to 4%. Okay, so I think they're going to give you an explanation for weakness in sight. If not, I'll go to his kit and just do it there. So passive has a 40% chance to counterattack the damage dealer when anyone on his team is attacked. So not just when he's attacked, when anyone on his team is attacked, dealing superpower damage equal to 70% of his attack and inflicting 1 stack of a random buff, weakens slow armor break for 2 turns. I like this. I like this a lot. This is very Ocean Master. It feels like half the tanks aren't defensive enough. Fair. Actually, one of the most defensive characters is Superman DCU, and he's not even defensive. It's just his invulnerability. While aiming at his sniper, the counter also gains 70% lifesteal. This might have made him awesome. Just this passive alone. Because what is the thing I love about Ocean Master? He counters when he attacks when they attack everybody else. But they got a block. This one is if anyone on the team is attacked, he pops off. Hold up. Okay, and this is passive. Has a 40% chance to counterattack the damage dealer when anyone in his team is attacked. Which is like 40% block with Ocean. You know what I mean? Like it's not nuts. It's not nuts. I wish there was a way to increase that chance. Oh, if I could increase that chance to like 60%. That makes him not Ocean Master levels of good, but good. I can build a team around this now. I didn't even realize that. This is where I was in the skimming portion of my evening. I got halfway through the blog and I was like, I'm tired. But that is good. Okay, I gotta stop. Okay, because I'm gonna think about this for a while now. Additionally, he will always counter when he is hit by an enemy. This is good. Okay, I've said that a few times now. Damage and lifesteal increase to 100%. Damage and lifesteal increase to 120%. Okay. Damage type now properly deals superpower damage instead of physical. Thank you. At the start of battle, all Green Lanterns gain 1 stack of weakness in sight for each Green Lantern ally. And so weakness in sight. Let me go ahead and because I don't know it as well as I should. Let's go to weakness in sight on his kit. Let's see if it's anywhere around where they explain it. It might just be that it's just another stack thing, and that's just what they call it, I guess. Oh yeah, weakness in sight. Each layer of weakness in sight increases. Each layer increases by 2% and reduces damage with a max of 10 layers, lasting up until the end of battle. So this is written kind of incorrectly in here, I think, but it's saying it increases attack by 2% and reduces damage. So it increases our damage by 2% and reduces the damage we take by 2% up to a stack of 5. So it's increased damage of 20% and then increase and decrease damage taken by 20%. They need to reword this. This looks really, really bad. I should transition, but I'm not going to take the time to do that. So that's awesome. What? I'm reading something else here too, and I wonder. Oh no, they changed the chance thing. Okay. I was about to say they had a chance thing in here, and I was like, that would be awesome because it would show that you have a chance to increase that counter, but it doesn't. It doesn't. Unless it says the word chance here with a capital. No. Yeah, well, we'll see. I don't think you can increase the chance. In his kit, it has a thing that says chance where you can increase the chance by the number of debuffs that were on the damage dealer. They're not putting that in here specifically. I'm going to have to see how that goes in his kit. What's up, Farson? It's been a long time. Haven't been awake at this time in a while. Still watching Aang, even though I no longer play the game. Well, that's cool. I appreciate you. Watching. We're going through the blog right now. There's going to be some massive changes. So we're doing a video on it right now. All right, so Jessica Cruz. I was thinking that her shields that she gave on her ultimate were not that powerful, but apparently they are. It just felt like they weren't happening as large as I wanted them to be. But she has a fun little mini game where you can build up stacks of Power of Faith whenever an ally gains a shield. When you use those stacks to deal more damage, her badge increases to the maximum amount of stacks of Power of Faith and enables her to retain half of the stacks if she has enough. However, this mini game didn't have enough payoff to make it truly feel worthwhile. It kind of did at rank 8. It was the shield characters around her that kind of discouraged me from doing it. So increases attack by 15%. When an ally gains a shield, the next damage Jessica deals is increased by 2% of her attack. When an ally gains shield, the next damage Jessica deals is increased by 2% of her attack. Okay, the effect is stackable. Okay, so the wording, you should see the stacks. That's all it is. Like stacks go on and it adds 2% to her attack. Stacks are cleared after the attack. When she has at least 10 stacks, her ultimate costs 1 less ultimate point. Love that. Increases the max stacks to 20 as opposed to 10. If there are 8 or more stacks, half of the stacks will be retained after attacking. That's cool as hell too. So then this makes you really want to run her with other shield teams. On the ultimate ability, when you get all the way down to level 3, Jessica Cruz's ultimate no longer has a cooldown. So she can just keep doing that. She can keep doing that. Starfire has had a lot of stuff change. So Starfire has a unique passive ability where she deals extra damage and armor break to enemies in the front row. However, once the front row was defeated, she didn't have much to offer to her team. We wanted to give her something contextual and spicy. Additionally, we wanted to make one of her passives more thematic and have a stronger, most consistent, I guess that means more consistent benefit. All right, so the passive ability now gains energy for each enemy detonated. So when there's an enemy detonated, she's going to gain energy. When dealing damage, for every 2 enemies detonated, it is 1 energy. Okay, so they doubled it. All right. Once you get to level 3 of the passive ability, when dealing damage, if the target is not inflicted with burn, add 2 stacks of burn instead. Okay, so and then the passive ability here, I'm just gonna read the whole thing because most of it's yellow anyway. When attacking an enemy in the front row, increase damage by 10% and add 1 stack of armor break for 2 turns. When attacking an enemy in the back row, increase crit chance by 30% and 1 stack of weaken for 2 turns. I like that. That's kind of a different shift. Okay, cool. At the start of her turn, if there are front row enemies standing, gain 4 stacks of haste for 1 turn. That's nuts. If there are no front row enemies standing, reduce ultimate cooldown by 1. The ultimate cooldown, doesn't the ultimate already have like just a 2-turn, a 2 cost cooldown or whatever you want to call it? Hold on. I think the ultimate only costs like 2 in the first place. Or am I wrong? Am I tripping? Yeah, it only costs 2 in the first place. It only costs 2 in the first place. What is we doing? Okay, so the ultimate cost is reduced by 1 now. So she's just going to be doing that. And that happens at, let me go back one more time. Let me double check. So this is going to happen at rank 8. Do I have a rank 8 or rank 9? I have a rank 9. Why do I have her rank 9? Anyway, I guess it's a good thing I do have a rank 9. And then damage increased by 20% instead. Crit chance increased by 50% instead on level 2 for that passive. Bizarro, I'm kind of disappointed in. They didn't give him much. So on his advanced attack now, he puts down 1 burn. I think this was already in his badge where he would start doing burns. And then on his passive ability, Pretty Flower, just skipping past all this stuff to go to level 2. When the turn of an ally holding a flower ends, Bizarro and the ally heal themselves for 5% of their max HP respectively. When the ally holding the flower is defeated, Bizarro heals to full HP, which is kind of cool. Healed amount increases to 10% of respective max HP. So this does not mean I'm going to rush to develop Bizarro. Let's put that out there. This up here, though cool, I already have her developed. I'm not rushing to get her done. She might be fun if you like her. This will, but I'm a fan of Jessica Cruz. I'm a fan of Starfire too. This will more than likely get me working on Jessica Cruz a little bit more. And part of that is because of the lantern artifact. I want to be able to use that, and it does improve her. This is definitely like John Stewart is going into that 1 level link slot that I have missing. Green Lantern guy, I don't use him much outside of like the first area in our league challenge. I guess he's all right, but like that doesn't get me to go do anything. Mr. Terrific was already the best epic in the game, so just thanks for that. Weasel, this does make me want to work on Weasel more. I was already working on him, and Mara is the #1 priority, but this does make me really, really, really excited about Weasel. Dr. Phosphorus, we'll see. I feel like this is a very vigilante Guy Gardner thing where it is on this Creature Commandos team, he's going to be the first one taken off, but that he will be a ridiculous damage dealer. Vigilante is a ridiculous damage dealer. Guy Gardner, for me. All right, sorry, giving you like a recap here. Impromptu. And then the Bride, I can't wait. I have the Bride. I can't wait to work on her more. The Steppenwolf changes, the hard hit changes. Okay, fine. Now we go all the way back. We're almost there, guys. We're 35 minutes in. We're almost there. Damn, at least give Bizarro more HP he needs. I'm saying they didn't give him any kind of stat boost or anything. And it's okay. I mean, the thing is they've given us so much and we're getting towards the end of the list. You would think 75%, but they have given a lot already that it's like, I'm okay with Bizarro not being great because that means I don't have to work on him. They did a lot of stuff for her kit. In order to talk about Vixen changes, we first need to talk about the badge bonus stats. This is going into how there were major and minor increases in her attack bonus or HP bonus. They're changing those bonuses in her badge. I'm not about to read all of this. If you care, go to it. I'm just going to give you what the changes to the badge are. So the bonus stats at level 30. Major is health by 45%. Major 2, no change. Defense by 45%. Minor, no change. Block by 9.7%. Minor attack bonus 32.4%. There we go. Ultimate change. Vixen channels the power of the Rhinoceros and charges at the enemy, dealing 450% of attack power as physical damage to the front row enemies and the middle enemy in the back row. The damage is shared across the 3 targeted enemies. So it's really 150 per. It's 150 per person. Per person who's getting hit. If the Rhino charge would hit no targets, instead inflict a stun on the remaining enemies. So if nobody's, that's already baked in. Then 600% here, so 200% per. It's not anything huge. I mean, I guess when you have this badge thing here, then this becomes a heavier hit, but this is not encouraging me to invest anything in with her. HP stat gained is 3%, whoop-de-doo. Defense is increased by 15%, yay. Block bug fixed an issue where in some scenarios the bonus block chance added by Pack Hunter would override all other block bonuses and reduce the block chance if they had higher. But okay, didn't know that was a thing. This is huge. This is huge. This is huge for Constantine. This is huge for Constantine. Blah 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 blah. They changed it because it was previously, and I talked about this in a video 2 days ago. At the start of an ally's turn, they sacrifice, not lose, sacrifice. I just talked about this with Aquaman, saying that because it says lose, then you're not getting the benefits of that reduced sacrifice that you would get from Aquaman being on the squad. However, if they're sacrificing 15% now, that means that there's a 75% when you get to that level. Before that is 50%. There is a 75% reduction in the sacrifice that's being made. So this is going to go from 15% to, forgive the math, 7.5 divided by 2 is 3.5. So 3.75% damage. I probably did that wrong. So then this 15 gets down to 3.75%. Then we would have, I don't know, some lifesteal from Zatanna, maybe. That could be nice. Maybe go along with the Aquaman in there, the Constantine in there. Zatanna's also providing that frantic to make sure it hits hard. This could be a lot of fun. This could be a bunch of fun. This is a huge, huge, huge change. And it opens up a few other sacrifice mechanics, as well as making it such that for Deathstorm, who wants you to either sacrifice or heal, if you put Constantine down on the team and they're all sacrificing whenever they do any of their turns, you can effectively just stomp a mud hole into Deathstorm. Okay, so that. It's awesome. Team synergy. This is huge as well. There's a lot of stuff. We're 40 minutes in. I'm sorry this is a long video, guys. There's so much stuff. All right, so Kid Flash, we're not going to go into the blah, 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 but they just want to make his team synergy better. Because basically all it does is just more heals. I wasn't using it. So during battle, all allies gain 14% heal received at level 2. At the start of each ally's turn, cleanse all burn stacks. We like that. And heal 5% of their missing HP for each stack cleansed. Love that. So you're going to cleanse the burns and heal for that. During battle, all allies gain 20% healing received bonus and 30% burn damage resistance. So when those burns go off, 30% damage reduction on those. Uh-oh. Sorry, Super Family and Mr. Terrific, who boosts the superpower damage behind the burns. That gets reduced too. At the start of each ally's turn, heal them for 5% of their missing HP and cleanse silence from them. So what does this turn him into? Did you say an AoE healer? Little bit. So now everyone, when they get their turn, they're going to heal for 5% of their missing HP, and then silence gets cleansed. Get silence off of Wonder Woman so she can go off. Get silence off of Batman so he can go off. Who am I talking to? Nightwing. Nightwing, who always puts silence on the character with the highest attack. Run Kid Flash. Ain't no silence, homie. All right, so let me go up here real quick. And I say up here, I am actually looking at his team synergy. So yeah, at the start of turn, Kid Flash heals for 5% of his missing HP. He was only healing himself. He was not healing everybody. So Poison Ivy. Poison Ivy is getting a slight adjustment to her level 3 team synergy to help solidify her place as an anti-healer. When an enemy has 8 or more stacks of poison, they can no longer heal. And now I'm wondering if this heal part also applies to shields. Because it'd be awesome if the poison goes down and you can no longer get shields, because that solves the Lex, who sucks as a character you can play, but is still a monster in PvE that you have to go up against. He puts stun, not silence, I think. Who puts stun, not silence? Oh, that's right. He does put stun, not silence. You're talking about Nightwing. That's right. That's right. Who am I thinking of? Wonder Woman puts out the silence. Black Canary puts out the silence when you haven't run with her in PvE. Dadgummit, I was happy. I forgot that it is stun, not silence. You're absolutely correct. Absolutely correct. Dadgummit. All right, so now I was scared when I saw Ocean Master up here. If you guys know this channel, y'all know how much I love Ocean Master. But Ocean Master has had a sneaky hidden bug with him for a while. His advanced ability was not appropriately applying block amount. I couldn't tell. This has now been fixed. Allies with Atlantean armor buff should now be taking much less damage when they block an attack. We love it. I was talking about Kid Flash. I was the one confusing things. That's 100% on me. So now they've changed a lot of the tags. I will not be going through all this stuff because we are already 45 minutes into this video, just about, and that is a lot. So let's talk about it. We just did, or at least I did, for a very, very, very long time. I like a lot of the stuff that's going on. A lot of the things that changed. I love the change that they made. This is a bug fix. We're a fan of that. This Poison Ivy thing is massive. If I can get, can you change Scarecrow to being an epic? I love me some Scarecrow, and his passive ability at the start of every round to add poisons until the end of battle. That's awesome. That's awesome. I would love for that to go. One thing I do need to check is, and maybe you guys can let me know, usually poisons have the effects on shield and heals, if I'm not mistaken. Does this mean that they say that they can no longer heal? I really wish that also meant that they can no longer gain shield. I really, really do, because then I would run Poison Ivy at Lex every time I run to Lex and System Recovery. This is amazing for Kid Flash. This might put him back as the second best, if not the, I don't know if this puts him over Mr. Terrific. And I was debating on whether it was Judo Master or Kid Flash, but he now has like AoE heals here and here. If you get him up to rank 10, it might be worth it. This change to Constantine is massive. It makes me want to take him up to rank 10 now, because now I can run him with Aquaman and other character. Aquaman, basically. Vixen, this is a nothing burger. We're going to ignore most of it. The stats may make a big difference. You guys let me know, those of you who are working on Vixen, but this is not going to make me want to use her. Oh yeah, only thing the heal that relates to shields is the heal crit. Okay, that sucks. All right, I'll look at it, but like you said, wouldn't expect it to happen. And then Bizarro, nice. I mean, this is nice. This is nice. This is nice. This is not changing my mind on whether I'm going to work on him right now or not. I'm not. What you did to John Stewart definitely has me changing my mind. I don't want to forget. I think I'll put him in level link right now so I don't forget. Jessica Cruz, that was Jessica Cruz's stuff was nice. I was already working / want to work on Jessica Cruz, so this didn't change my mind. However, I could very much see where others are like, okay, it's cool, but I'm not finna do it. John Stewart, I really want to know how this counterattack works. I really want to see it in action. I cannot wait. That is my most anticipated right now. So, well, not most, but one of Guy Gardner. That's just kind of logical. I like that. Mr. Terrific, this is a fix that was awesome. Very, very cool. Weasel, this is another one that's going to be highly anticipated. I can't wait to get this to work. It's very smart for them to put the team synergy into the badge. I love that. So Weasel definitely on the list I'm going to work on. Dr. Phosphorus, I'm going to treat like Vigilante. I'm going to work on him and develop him, but there's no rush. And then the Bride, I just can't wait to see her perform. I already have her to a very good level. This change to Steppenwolf is amazing for theory crafting behind it, so you can defeat him. Excuse me. Hard hit. Now I'm thinking, if Constantine has that sacrifice mechanic, and every time the Bride loses HP, she's giving out hard hit, and then I can make sure that sacrifice is not that big of a deal with Aquaman, and then I can run Judo Master, and since Judo Master wants to have anti-heroes running with him for his team synergy, just pop a Vigilante on the other side, a Peacemaker on the other side. Bride is an anti-hero. We're having fun. Seeing as how Judo Master crits all the time, let's go ahead and drop some hard hit on him. Lifesteal Changes was amazing, and then Marriage Change was amazing. So thank you guys for watching. This video was damn near 50 minutes long. Hopefully you found it helpful. I hope you watched it on 2x. But then again, I talk very, very fast. So if you watched it on 2x and then listen to my ramblings, God help you. You are amazing. Your brain should be studied. Thank you guys for watching. Please please subscribe. If you don't like it, hit subscribe and a dislike. I'm okay with that as well. I think they can do more about the tag, like tag boosting equipment stats. That might be down the line in the future, but I'm going to say I am happy with this blog so far. I'm happy with the changes that they made. I am Team Mara, even though I'm a Wonder Woman fan. I am Team Mara when it comes to that, because she was just being a loyal wife. Wonder Woman ain't have to come in there and stomp on her home wrecker. Anyway, and I love Flashpoint Paradox, if you couldn't tell. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Oh. That's a lot of information. That is a lot of information. There's a lot of stuff going. And hey, what's up, Farson? I have not seen you in a minute. But you put the game down, so glad to see you still watching though. That was a lot of stuff. There's a lot of stuff going on. All right, so John Stewart is immediately in my level link now, just in preparation for the Brother Eye thing, because I think with that 40% counter chance, you came in late, and it was exactly, you came in late, and it was still a lot when you came in. Oh my God. Also with Star Sapphire, because now with that lifesteal thing, I could run her, albeit I have a lot of agile damage dealers. I could run her with Zatanna. Hold on. Here we go. Let's go down to our lower levels. Damien, no thank you. Penguin, no thank you. If I could retrain these two, I would. Swear I would. I can't, right? It's rank 6. Boo. Gaboo. Anyway. All right, so with him. See, this is how long ago it was that I was actually working with him. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. What I'm checking is how many frags I have of him. That's what it was. I have 80, so I could take him up to rank 7. That's not nuts. Star Sapphire. I could take her up to rank 7 as well. So I could just do the desired pulls for like a week. They're not coming back out till October 7th, which is next Tuesday anyway. So I could still do the desired for Mara now. I have Weasel. I could do Jon Stewart next week, next Tuesday, and I should have him rank 8 if I get lucky enough to pull him on that desired stuff, and then Star Sapphire would be on the back of that. But I think I would pull for, because Dr. Phosphorus I could take. Actually, I think I could take Dr. Phosphorus and Weasel to rank 8. Yeah, Dr. Phosphorus I could take to rank 8 now. Weasel I could take to rank 8 now. Yeah. So actually, the only one I'm really pulling for at the moment is Mara. Not using 8th metal, stop it. Only one I'm really pulling for is Mara. And then I can focus fully on Star Sapphire and Jon Stewart in terms of pulling them. I only need to pull them to one time each next week. And then I will have them both rank 8 and like legit like ready to go. Legit ready to go. However, what I will do is, should I do it now? Hold off and buy those super encrypted tokens first. But I'm gonna open up another slot for Star Sapphire, confirm. Two-Face should go rank 8 at some point. He's only there for the Owlman thing. Every time I take him out, I forget that I need him for Owlman. So now I'm going to try to remember that. Lex might need to be removed at some point. Everybody else in here has their uses, or I need to use them in some way. So I'm going to have to explain the slot that I have down there. I'll just do that at a later time when I'm... Let me check my super encrypted tokens real quick. Okay, so... overall, I like what I'm seeing, but I really want to see some more of the villains get powered up. It feels like the majority of the top characters in the game are heroes. The villains need love. The villains do need some love, especially since they have a whole convergence thing that's centered around villains. That I will agree with you there. I will agree with you there. Hold up. Let me see what I was about to do. As a matter of fact, what's Bunkers looking like? I got to get off in like 20 minutes because, you know, real life. What's up, Zephy? Oh, I haven't seen you in a minute though. Taking out Lex, is he that bad? I thought he was one of the best. No, we literally just had this discussion before I did the filming of the YouTube video. The way that they changed his ultimate ruined him. So then the information that you got, actually this is kind of a thing. So for those of us who were playing before global release, and I wasn't one of them because I hadn't fused Lex at that point. They were saying he's great, he's great, he's great, he's great, he's great. Global release happens, but like the day before global release or the week before, whatever, they do this massive rebalancing thing like they just did with Brother Eye Now. And they changed his ultimate. That change ruined him in a sense that it put him off of that whole... People were comparing him to Wonder Woman. And now it's like, I won't use him over Gorilla Grodd. So that whole change happened. So players who were in it for a while were like, okay, well, we see that he's not doing his thing anymore. We're going to fall off. But all the information you got was from prior to that little time thing where it said that he was amazing. So then you might have invested in him a bunch and be like, well, why did everybody say he's so good? Like same thing with Zatanna. Zatanna's still good enough. She's still good, but she was a god back then. And now it's like, I had a video out like, oh, she's amazing. Check out this, check out that. And thankfully I read through their kits. I don't know that everybody does that when they put up their tier list to say like this is what's up, this is what's up, this is what's up. So basically, oh, you're also Riley on YouTube. Okay, cool. Hey, but like basically, I read through the kit of Zatanna, so now when you look at it, like I'm putting out a Weasel and Dr. Phosphorus video today, but Dr. Phosphorus has changed, albeit not hugely. So I can address that. I'm doing the first looks now, and then I'll do their rank 8s next week probably, after the rework. I'm gonna do it after October 7th for sure, since it's coming. But reading through the kits now, you can literally go and say like, okay, wait, I'm looking at Lex right now, and what you're saying to me about Lex and his kit is literally written differently. So yeah, that's one of those, you're getting outdated information, especially if you're only looking at tier lists. Because like the tier list I saw had like Penguin up at S tier when I first started. It had Penguin S tier. There was somebody else in there that they had that I was like, what are y'all doing? That is not true. And then it was like, well, maybe it's not now, but it was then. So also be careful the information that you get. Check the time of when it was released. This is another reason why I kind of want to redo my beginner's guide. And I was going to try to record something for the beginner's guide today about shop advice. I don't think I have the time to do it now that I did that blog. That was a plan I started yesterday because I was going to do shop advice because things were getting reset for the Elite Arena. And I was about to for sure, damn, I may need to because I haven't done any of this stuff yet. And I have the diamonds to do it. I even have I might have to do the shop guide now. And then, because I just kind of wanted to read some of your comments and stuff, but I can't do the shop guide and read all your comments, guys. I'm sorry. Let me try to go through it quick. Glad to see Jon Stewart got reworked. Healing updates are nice, and I'm thrilled that Invincible works against Steppenwolf. That is awesome. True. Just a mix of a few things, really. Doesn't mean I won't go back to the game in the future, though, but they left the league. So I wouldn't take up space. Okay, well that's cool though, Farsender. If you come back, that's cool. If you stick around and watch, that's what's up. I did show a little bit of the Saturday morning cartoons. I showed that I got SWAT Cats downloaded. Static Shock I have downloaded. So the Saturday morning cartoons are coming. I'm working on it. They're coming, I promise. Let's see. That is what I did for everyone was Luther was great. Worked on him and regretted it because it was info that was like, yeah. It was like I looked at tier list and I know better. But I went in and started working on Penguin because of that tier list. That's why I remember it so vividly. And then as I'm using Penguin, I was like, what in the hell is oh, you know better. And I did know better. I didn't know that about Lex. Thank God I came here. I was about to make Lex one of the first rank 9s. I'm going to hold. I'm going to say hold. We're in hold position right now. Hold position. Okay? Hold position. Because Lex, is he bad? No. Is he, don't, you know what? I'm trying to be nice. Don't do anything with Lex. Leave him alone. Fuse him. Fuse Lex. That's for sure. Have him. He is still a legendary. He still does have good shields. He can be useful, especially in the beginning. But the idea that you're going to put any resources in him over, is he the worst legendary in the game right now? Hold up. I'm taking Lex might be the worst legendary in the game right now. I'm taking Superman over him. I'm taking Peacemaker over him. I'm taking the Bride over him. I cannot speak on Supergirl and Blue Beetle. However, everything I've heard about Blue Beetle says that he goes. Is Supergirl the worst? Because right now with Aquaman and that whole Frostbite thing that he has popping off, Deathstroke for sure not. Hal Jordan is like the second best AoE mighty damage dealer. second to Wonder Woman. Sinestro, mine isn't performing great, but I don't have him built up great either. That's more my fault. He's amazing. Cyborg has incredible uses. Dr. Fate hits like a truck. Martian Manhunter do provide protection. Aquaman is the second best legendary in the game right now. Might be first. Flash, amazing. Great, no, but he's good. He's really, really good. And then OG Superman, Wonder Woman, we don't even need to talk about. Is Lex the worst? Farsinder, I might have to disagree with you. If Supergirl is the worst, he's not far off. He has a unique role with pre-damage mitigation, but Peacemaker probably better defensive in general. Like, I'm not saying, like, okay, I am saying, but how do I put it? This isn't to say like he's bad, as in like you should not fuse him and he's horrible. This is to say, of all the legendaries, he's the one I want the least. Is that a crazy statement? Like him and Supergirl, I should read Supergirl's kit. But like of all, if this is a 2-turn, I can't see. If her ultimate's a 2-point cost, then that automatically makes her better than Lex. Just because I can run her ultimate more often. Is Lex the worst legendary in the game? There have been times, and I've said this in my head as I'm doing it, and I'm like, that's an indictment. There have been times where I'm building a team, and I will legit forget that he's a legendary. And there are epics that I'm taking Batman over Lex, I'm taking Nightwing over Lex, I'm taking Flash. I don't even like Constantine like that. And I'm taking Constantine over Lex. Green Arrow, easy. Zatanna, easy. I've put in Gorilla Grodd over Lex. I'll take Bane over Lex. Now I'm thinking about it. I wanted to skip past. I was like, if I said Bane, I'm wilding. I'm not. He has an AoE stun, and he's pretty tanky. Penguin, no. He's trash. Penguin is trash to me. Ocean Master, for sure. Jessica Cruz, probably. Two-Face, I need him for Owlman, so that's just more value. But Pandora, yeah, for sure. Jon Stewart, pinning that rework. Star Sapphire, pinning that rework. Mara, giving Aquaman now for sure. Vixen, no. Bloodsport over Lex. Guy Gardner over Lex. Mr. Terrific, obviously. Dr. Phosphorus, jury still out. Weasel, I would say yes, but that's anecdotal. Vigilante, I would say yes, but purely because of damage. Judo Master for sure. Dog, honestly, I would take Black Canary over Lex. Dog, I take Black Canary over a lot of epics too. That is... So if I build a shield team, it is crazy, but it's just that he rocked by himself before. Okay. I didn't trash Penguin. Penguin trashed himself. I can't be held responsible for his inadequacies. What's the song from Jid and Jessica Reyes, Nobu? It's not my fault, not my problem. You over here complaining. This ain't on me, this on you. There's one thing I like about Penguin, his level 10 emblem. I liked his level 3 emblem. It's just not worth getting to it. It costs too much. All right, so I kind of need to do the shop. Oh, because I'm burning these credits now. So I'm going to need to do it now while it's reset because it's easier to show instead of being like, well, if I hadn't bought this already. So we can do the shop guide for the beginner's guide right now. What did I do yesterday? I have to watch it again. Okay. And wait, Evil Falls. Who is it? I'm going up against an Evil Falls. Oh yeah, this dude. Can I beat him one time? Yeah, see, this goes insane now. If I have Constantine in here and everybody who's losing health is actually sacrificing. This dude no longer stands a chance. He's got nothing now. Wait, why am I not skipping battle here? Oh, well, it's not going to go anyway because emulator. Oh, no. Not even close. Who am I supposed to do? I think I could put Aquaman in there, actually. Aquaman instead of Wonder Woman. Are you more susceptible to superpower or physical damage? Doop boop be doop. More successful death storms, nuclear shield projects. It backfires and deals superpower damage to Deathstorm if it absorbs too much. So focus on overloading him. So he wants superpower damage. So let's take you out. Let's put Aquaman in. His order doesn't matter per se. See what's up there. And then I'm going to get to work slightly later and do this shop video. And then also, have not forgotten, written here, Marvel Rivals. I'll add it to Discord later today. It has not been forgotten. Through all of our mess, it has not been forgotten. There's like no damage happening. Legendary is rank 8, level 20 emblem to ep. Yeah, that's the thing. Like maxing them to like full on level 30, it really has to be like this is Wonder Woman. This is Mr. Terrific. You know what I mean? Like there's no question about those. Zatanna and Raven have really good ones too. But like maxing up to like rank 10s on like legendaries, that just takes time. That just takes a lot of time. Okay. So let me see. There's no way I'm going to get any more out of this from Firestorm, am I? Unless I just go completely off the wall. Why'd I take you to Nobu to hear about your Obu? I'm not the shoulder to cry on. Who else is using Sacra? Oh yeah, I have like Weasel in them. But I still have to develop them. They're not even rank 8 yet. Let's see. The 8th metal and the inert alloy tier 3 is so hard to come by. Yeah, that's partially. I get to cheat on that though because I'm using money. Well, not even money. I do the security plan. You get so many 8th metals when you do that. The alloy thing though, that is dumb hard to come by for tier 3. You're right about that. Okay, I'm not gonna do this over and over again because I just don't have the time. But I want to try to show like the farming of this. Maybe I'll do that as a second cut later. Okay. How much do I have in terms of gold? 440. Can I get a little bit more here just to go shopping? How much is that? 112. Let's go to you real quick, sir. This is just to collect because I'm going to get another super encrypted token off you in a bit. Actually, this is also a good time to do a special one for this shop. Are there any other shops that are special? There would be the shops for reinforcements, but I can't do that now, and I don't know when the next reinforcement's coming. Damn you, Bloodsport, for resetting my guarantee counter. Okay, here we go. So we're going to start recording. Coming in 3, 2. Okay, haphazardly doing this for the beginner's guide, the new beginner's guide that I'm gonna put out. So I'm telling that to myself. This part will all be cut out. All right, so we're gonna go into the shop. Now I've tried to keep the shop basically clean from my side. Now also be aware, and in case you didn't notice, I'm 4618. in the shop, your shop is going to look different. The plus I'll say about the shop is that it gives you newer or different things that apply to you and your current level. One of the first things I want to say about shops and resources in general is when you have this 8 hours of titanium, 8 hours of XP, 8 hours of gold. When you get these from events, sit on them. If you don't need the gold, if you don't need the XP, if you're getting through levels, sit on all of this. The reason being is that it is based on hours, okay? If it's based on hours, as you increase levels in the main stage, and I'm going to just go ahead and ruin this for myself. As you increase the levels on the main stage, the amount that you earn in terms of gold, XP, and titanium, and I'm sure I've said this in other parts of this video, but I'm just going to make sure that you get it in case using the timestamps and you're getting here now. The amount that you get increases as you go through levels. So theoretically, think of those 8-hour gold, 4-hour, or I think it's 2-hour titaniums. Think of those as investments. Think of those as like stocks in Google. Think of those as like whatever real estate endeavor you're going to do. I know I'm kind of going macro, but follow me for a sec. As you sit there on your investment and as you continue to level up, this increases. So then when you get to a level where it's like, I need more XP to upgrade my characters, or this level wants me to have 3 characters at level 180. Now that investment that you had, instead of it being 100 titanium per hour, it's 150. That's 50% more. Now you can open it up and help you get past that next level, right? Help you maximize those resources. So just be aware of saving those as investments. I say that because buying them here is kind of a waste of diamonds. I will do that in a pinch. I'm not doing that like on a consistent daily basis. Now, what I'm going to do in the shop thing is I have the system of green, yellow, red light. Red light is absolutely under no circumstances, unless you're just trying to be impatient or trying to have a little bit of fun. Don't do it. Yellow light depends on the situation. Proceed with caution. Green light is, why haven't you already bought this? So, super encrypted tokens. This is a yellow to green light because I get these every day. But if you don't, and this is also goes along with if you are spending money or not. If you have the growth fund, which lasts up until chapter 40, warning, lasts to chapter 40. If you have the growth fund, buying this as much as possible is like a green light because you're going to have way more diamonds than others who are not doing the growth fund. If you're not doing the growth fund and you're strictly free to play, this is a great resource for farming to get guaranteed characters later. I still lean a big portion of myself towards green lighting this. Like a big portion of myself towards green lighting this. This is a green light up until you catch up on artifacts to some significant degree. Then it becomes like a red light. This can actually be farmed in other areas of the game, including team ups. So it's not absolutely necessary. However, at the moment right now, there's probably going to be more, but at the moment right now, there's only 20 artifacts in the game. So you can kind of use this as a catch-up mechanic to like diversify your artifacts. However, most artifacts are like rare anyway. You have some elites and you have your epics, and they're good, but I'm not going to be huge on the resources here. This is a red light. This is a red light. This yellow, leaning more towards red, but yellow. It's not as much as you think it's going to be. Usually when you're desperate enough to do it, you'll do it and be like, I wish I hadn't. So yellow to red. Red light for these two. Red light here. This is yellow. I don't ever buy this, but if you do, I'm not saying it's wrong because it costs gold anyway. Massive green light. I always buy this. Don't care. I will go farm gold so I can buy this. This is sometimes the elite, sometimes it's the rare. Don't care either way. Right here, we have 30 and we have 180 respectively. This is like the beginning levels of it. When it's 30 and it's 360 or it's 180, this is a green light. This is a green light, okay? That's what I was saying before, Martin. So our store is not going to be the same items because my level is higher than yours, I assume. So this store, the Elite Fall store, they're going to adjust to your power level as you go up in the game. So it's going to look very different. So right now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and buy these because the logic being, I know you guys aren't going to like this. I know you're not going to like this. 30 elite frags, 30 rare frags, 360, 180. If you notice down here, super encrypted tokens are going to cost 200, right? So as we go back to the super encrypted, the regular encrypted tokens, if you go to regular recruitment and you go in here, you'll notice that when you pull, you have a 30% chance to get a rare and a 20% chance to get an elite, 50%, 47% chance to get an uncommon. So that means that I could spend 200 and get an uncommon. If I do get a rare or an epic, it's only going to be 10. So let's say I was lucky enough to spend 600 gems and pulled 3 elites. That means I'm spending 600 gems to potentially get 30 elite frags. Or I could spend 360 and guarantee myself 30. Same thing with the rare. So that is why I greenlight these for sure, because when you're starting to rank up, and as you're ranking up, you'll understand. You need these. You really, really do. And then next, and that's what I'm saying. It's so important for me to get these right now. I will max out and do that. Yellow is if you need it right now, like buy it. Yellow is proceed with caution. If you can be patient and not have to do it, don't. If you're like, okay, well, you know what? I am only, it's my Sunday. I'm playing today. This is my Sunday to play. I got a free afternoon. I'm going to play some DC Worlds Collide. I'm going to put Kaiju number 8 on the screen, and I'm just going to chill with my Coca-Cola and some chips and have a piggy, let's have fun day, right? And I'm going to spend this extra amount of diamonds because I want to have this fun. Okay, cool. If it is like, man, it's busy during the week. I got work, and I'm not even going to be able to look at the game for more than like a quick minute in the bathroom. Then you can wait on that stuff and see like if something develops in the meantime. That's kind of the idea behind the red, yellow, green. So yeah, and I'm going to skip on this because I'm not doing it. No. 4,000 for this is a no. Any gear in here is a no. This is a wash. Wherever you're buying them, 200, I buy it because I'm impatient and superstitious, but up to you if you want to or not. I'm yellow lighting this, but yellow towards red. Honestly, this is a red light unless, again, you're doing that Sunday and you just want to play a bunch of arena. It's not exactly stupid expensive. I just don't think it's worth it. This is a big red light because you get this through the security plan. Once you get good at Elseworld, you won't need to touch these. I have like 50 of these, 54 of these. I'm fine. Anything decorative, that's on you. I red light anything decorative, especially when I don't know that there's stat bonuses behind it. There are no stat bonuses behind these so far as I know. I can't even put this in Raven's bunk because she doesn't have one. So Evil Falls. Again, my Evil Falls is going to look very different than yours because and you'll even see here, refreshes in 17 hours. Clear main stage 4830 to level up items. So you'll see in there where it says like at what level. This is why I have epic 3 pieces in here and you might have epic 1. That's it. Now, when it comes to this, a lot of people have told me they don't like using these. I get it. I do buy these. So I will put a yellow light on this. Now, my opinions on the Elite Falls shop have changed. I think it was Kevin who introduced this concept to me. I cannot remember. Yeah, we don't have half of the character bunks. Who are you telling? They could be so much more. And I like the bunks. I like them a lot. And this is going to be kind of weird advice. So pay attention. Right now, as if you weren't paying attention, you're watching a YouTube video. I'm pretty sure I have your attention. Anyway, so right now, you see these comms here. 1, 2. I can't afford to buy them right now because I went shopping yesterday. Basically, in gear, you have most of the gear you're going to get is going to be a flat stat. Let me go back and show it to you on a character like the Batman. Most of the gear you're going to get is going to be a flat stat. HP flat. What's up? Attack flat, what's up? Defense, you get the point. Some, not all, of the accessories and comms can be percentage-based stats. If I have the presence of mind to do this while I'm editing the beginner's guide, I'll put in the chart that shows this. Someone created a very, very, very useful chart that I don't have time to go look for right now. So when you get to this, you have a percentage, but most, and actually not mine there, yeah, but most of these are going to be attack flat versus attack bonus. You're going to get mostly flat stats. So how do you get attack bonus as a percentage, do you ask? You get lucky. Like most gacha games, you got to farm it. Now, the technique that you're using to farm it is this. I am going to go to my Evil Falls, and I don't have it noted here, but we'll just pretend. Let's pretend like I have an Epic 3 comm piece up here versus this Epic 1 comm piece. I can spend 12K on these two, and let's put it Epic 2, that way it's 25, right? So it's either one comm piece, we're pretending like this is a comm piece. It's either one comm piece for 25, or one comm piece Epic 2 for 25, or two Epic 1 comm pieces for 12 each. I'm gonna buy the 12 each because I'm diversifying the probability a little bit. I got two chances to get a percent piece over the one chance I would get for the percent piece. So I'm going to go for the two because an Epic 0 percentage piece is more valuable than a flat stat Epic 3. Easily. So I'd rather take more chances and get the Epic 1 piece than to take the chance on the Epic 2. Now, so you know, in case I didn't say it clearly enough, only comms and accessories can have percentage stats. You'll get crit percent, you'll get block percent, you'll get HP bonus percent, attack bonus is also percent. So like that's only on the comms and the accessories. Everything else, the primary stat is flat. The substats will be percentages, but the primary stat for helmet, shoulder, body, belt, they're all flat stat pieces. So that colors the way that I'm going to go about this, which is why I had to give that description. This is yellow light. Your lower level common accessory pieces are green lights. Your higher level common accessory pieces are yellow leaning towards green. Once I'm done with these, if there's none there or I've already bought them and I have some cash left over, then I'll go to the higher up common accessory pieces. So they're, it's that yellow light that's still yellow, but it's about to go. It's that green light that is green, but it's about to go yellow, right? Like you're driving and you're like, it's been green for a minute. That's those. And then the others in terms of like helmet, belt, everything else, you can just kind of inverse it and be like, okay, so these, if I have it, they're expensive. If I have it, Epic 2, Epic 3, they are the yellow kind of red, but yellow. It's, again, if I'm clearing things out, it's the yellow kind of green. And then below, for these Epic pieces that are the belt and the head, they're still yellow because they're still good pieces. But I'm leaning more towards red because it's already on an Epic level or an elite level as you're going through getting the gear that you've already surpassed, and it's like below. So do you really want to put more resources into it, or would you rather save and get the higher piece that's a flat stat? Hopefully that wasn't confusing. I have a feeling that it was. Here we go. Anyway, so on to the arena shop. Now, I just made the statement, and this is as of October 1st. This video probably won't come out for like 2 weeks because I got to record all the pieces to it. But I just made the statement. Oftentimes you'll see Lex here. I've made the argument just now that Lex has gone from being discussed with Wonder Woman as another S+ tier character, legendary, to being, in my opinion, the worst legendary in the game. Now, someone says if you build him with a shield team, he is still crazy. I will throw my hands up, Kevin Brown, on that. I'll leave that to you. But as far as anything for me, he's like the worst. Someone else says Supergirl is worse than him. Fine. He ain't good. So I say that to say he shows up here. I wouldn't buy him here. I will buy Sinestro, which I did. But the biggest green light right now is the 8th medals. This is where you can buy them in the arena shop. I literally save up to make sure to have 3,000 so I can buy 10 of these. Fine. Sinestro, I decided to do it. This is still a yellow light for me. Pandora, and I've kind of changed on this a little bit. These used to be very, very, very big red lights for me, and I still lean towards them being more red. However, with like Pandora and Ocean Master, it's more like the yellow light that's about to turn red. Does that make sense? Like they're good, and I can understand it. And I've even done it with Ocean Master, I think, to boost them up to a level, I think, rank 10. So I get it. I get it. Pandora's also very, very good. Yellow, it's damn near red. Bane, Bizarro, Red Hood, I would still say are red. I would not spend my arena credits here. This is a yellow light. I use Elseworld more, and we'll get to that more, but this is yellow because of Elseworld. But if I'm short on my rare frags, if I'm short on my elite frags, I will come here to do it. But again, yellow, because I want to focus on this, and then getting these ain't bad. Elseworld. I have nothing to spend my Batman is the only one I care about, and he's 750. I literally stack these for the elites, and then I do those. Green Arrow, also very, very good character. So if you wanted to put into Batman a Green Arrow, sure. But I'm not really about these two. And on top of it, this is a yellow tourist. Basically, this entire shop, which sounds stupid, you should be able to spend the currency on something. This entire shop is like a yellow to red light. I save it for when I have elites and rare frags that I need. I bought this yesterday and I immediately regretted it because you only get one. So, I mean, I guess if you're going to spend it on something and you're going to focus on reinforcements, this can be your yellow light, but yellow towards red, yellow towards red, yellow towards red, yellow for sure, yellow, red, everything else. All right, so that was fast. Why is Bane there? He doesn't have synergy. I don't know. I got Dr. Foster. Is he good? What gear do you put on him? I'll get to you later after I do the video. Okay, so Elite Arena. This is the best shop. This is the best shop. And part of me doing this video right now is I need to make a decision. And you guys are going to see me walk through a decision right now. So actually what I'm going to do is go to the League Shop first. League Shop. This is expensive. These two are expensive. However, I ain't got nothing else to spend this on. Here you see a comm piece that was an Epic 3 comm piece. Remember how I told you about like comm and accessory pieces are the ones that can get the percentage stat? So yeah, I bought this. Quick, fast, and in a hurry. Was it a percent piece? No. Had to take the chance though. Right? I'm fine with that for this currency. If you wanted to do this for a shoulder piece, I'm not hating on it. That would be more yellow to me. I bought these because I like buying these. This is yellow to green for me. Red, red, red. Definitely red. This is for the advanced simulation. I put red on this as well. However, I could see if you wanted to play team ups and you wanted to farm, you could get some diamonds off of it. Yeah, that might be a little bit closer to yellow than red. I might be hasty on that one. The artifact pulls is definitely a green light. I agree. I definitely approve. I mean, Supergirl or an epic, an elite, not an epic or elite, a legendary here, I think it's understandable. I get it. Raven is an amazing character, so if you did want to get 10 from here, totally understand it. I already have Judo Master queued up because this is how I got my Judo Master to rank 10. This is for characters that you already have unlocked. And so what I'm going to do here is Mara, because she just had that whole rework with Aquaman. I'm putting her there for right now, and I'm going to come back in a little bit. So these are the epics. I'm going to get 5 and 5 of her, right? Now we go back to the Elite Arena. Here, I can also rotate this out and put Mara in, confirm. And I can buy only 2 of these, right? So I'll be able to get 20 of her frags here. And then in League Arena, I'll be able to get another 5, another 5. So I'll have 30. I need 40. No, but 30 is close enough. And not to mention the League Shop will reset in a week. So I should be able to come back through here. And if I don't manage to pull, I'll manage to pull her from the desired slot, take her rank 7, This resets in well, 6 days for me now. Then I'll buy 10 more of her frags. I'll have her rank 8. Look at that. Now, coming back to this. Superman, I do have. How many frags do I have of his right now? I have 20. If I buy now, I will have 40. Right now, I have him ranked 9, so I think I need like 150, 160 to take him up to rank 10. I'm not too concerned about that right now. With Wonder Woman, I have to go find her, but I think I have 20 of her frags as well. I could theoretically do this for Aquaman, take him up to rank 9 using 8th metal as well, and then I can buy 20 of them from right here. So this is where I can select one of the legendaries that I've already unlocked. Also be aware, all these frags that you're buying in these shops do not unlock a character for you if you're that new to the game. It's a gotcha game. They want you to unlock it via a token that has a % chance that is very small to get one of these characters. Once you have unlocked them, then you can rank them up by buying their frags. But buying these frags before unlocking them, unless that's just your plan and you plan on just like doing it immediately, does not unlock the character for you. So the plan is, should I buy Aquaman now, or do I wait because I have 25 frags coming from Aquaman in about 7 days or something like that, based on his event going on right now. We're going to go to his event in a second. But that is the decision I'm left with making. Two-Face, I mean, you do need him for Owlman, but I'm not buying that. I'm not doing that for Gorilla Grodd either. I'd rather just pull them from the desired mother box thing if I'm going to develop them like that. Rank 8, I think I could take them rank 8. Like, I get their frags on accident when I don't even want them, so I'm not even worried about it. Kid Flash is one I would definitely invest in. I'm not buying him right now just to budget. I should have enough, but I'm just going to be careful about it and be sure that I can get him and then think on Superman a bit. Now, there is one shop that we can get to that is normally not around. If you have a featured legendary and they have a shop, an event similar to this, and they have a shop, if you're watching this like later on, maybe you've watched this 6 months from now because you stumbled across it. Hey, nice to see you. But yeah, they have a shop here where you go through his king duties, whoever you have now, whatever Lantern, Batman, Superman family is up, they'll have their own individual currency, and then you can farm for their currency here, and then you can go to the shop. In their shop, typically you're going to have the current legendary, the most recent 2 patches of epics, meaning right now the legendary, well, let's say the legendary would have been, well, the legendary is Aquaman. We're just going to go that way. I'm not going to make it more complicated than it needs to be. The last 2 epics that came out were Vigilante and Judo Master, so I can farm them from this shop. The 2 before that were Guy Gardner and Mr. Terrific. I can farm them from this shop cheaper than Vigilante and Judo Master because they are slightly older, right? So bear that in mind. The first thing I did is I bought the legendary shards for Aquaman, and I bought the legendary shards here for Aquaman, enough for me to get him up while I have him up to rank 8 right now. But to be fair, I did spend some actual real money. Not advising that, just what I did. Okay. Now, what you'll see down here, same thing. The golden shop is more expensive in a sense because you don't have as many of the credits. I'm just holding on to them for right now, and I'll buy something later. I don't know what I want to buy yet. I'm being picky. But you'll see here, for me, all of this green. However, the legendary that you're currently hunting, if they're good, Aquaman is S+ tier. So as of this recording, so of course, greenest of green lights. The greenest green light is so green. Super encrypted tokens for me, same kind of green after this. Like, I'm doing Aquaman first, and then I'm doing the super encrypted tokens, all sold out. Next, this is why I'm sitting on these. I haven't bought not a single thing from here yet. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. We're going to just marinate on it for a while. Next is going to be, I'm going to focus on getting that sold out. Cool. And then this sold out. After the fact, we're going down. The frags, honestly, everything in the shop is good. I just saw runes mentioned maybe by the Enertron alloy. I I always get stuck when I'm supposed to say that word. Which isn't a bad shout. The Enertrons for like tier 3s are stupid hard to come by. So if you were farming them from here, I would get it. The only like real, like I guess red light would be like the gold and maybe the super encrypted tokens, maybe the basic Enertrons, because I don't think I'm putting any of that stuff above. I don't even rock with Guy Gardner like that, but I'd rather get frags of Guy Gardner from here than to get super encrypted tokens where I might end up with an uncommon. So yeah, I would green, 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 yellow towards green, red. And I don't even feel comfortable saying that, but like red. This is like yellow, 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 red, yellow towards green. Because I mean, they are tokens, they are still pulls, and you can still save them for like featured epic recruitments if you're farming for that kind of stuff. Greenest of greens, kind of green, all these frags, red, 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 red. The inert is green, yellow, yellow, green. This is yellow, this is red. Okay. I think that's a good explanation for that shop, I think. Let me know if you have questions in the comment section below. Thanks for watching. All right, so there is that part of the shop. I did a lot today, and I still got to go to work. All right, hold up. I like the game, but I have no idea why I can't stick to it. Yeah, I have that with other games too, where it's something like it just does like you like it, but there's just something about it that's kind of like, eh. I have that same thing too. Don't trip on it. I feel you. I think the purple tier is green too. Yeah, I would say purple, like purple badge, the inerts, whatever. Oh, you mean purple tier upgrade for the artifacts? Really? I mean, I guess, yeah. I guess I can make that amendment. I can add that in. I can see your point. I just say no to them immediately because I think the artifacts are good, but not like ground shifting. It's just advanced gear to me. I might add that I think it's worth hoarding the fragments for whichever starter banner. I've been grabbing up Wonder Woman for a little while for when I finally pull her. That's a good shout. Whichever start legendary you plan on pulling from the starter banner. Okay, you know what? Let me do this real quick to add a special note. So I'm adding a special note because I want to be sure that I have this stuff in because this is actually some pretty good stuff. I think the purple tier for the artifacts that you use to the purple gear that you or the purple resource that you use to build the artifacts. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time like vocalizing that. Should be green. I would tend to agree with that. I might add that I think that worth hoarding the fragments for whichever starter banner legendary. I've been grabbing up Wonder Woman for a little while for when I finally pull her. That is smart advice. Very, very smart advice. Yeah, and then we already talked about the Enertron 3 League recruitment shop, not in the Aquaman shop. Okay. But I would say also in the Aquaman shop, that's not a bad idea either. In the legendary shops, not a bad idea either. Once I've done all of the like frags for the legendary and got the super encrypted tokens, if you would rather do the Enertron over the frags, I mean for Judo Master and Mr. Terrific, no, don't be crazy. But for like Vigilante and Guy Gardner, I could understand if it's like if I take these 10, I can finish up Wonder Woman's badge. You know what I'm saying? So I get that. All right, so there's that. I am going to have to leave you guys because I am about to have to be at work in 3 minutes. So thank you guys for watching. That 35 is huge because that completes one of the tiers for me. But I don't know if I would spend that 200 on this over just having 200 frags of Judo Master. You know what I'm saying? But Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you. I got to go to work. Actually, I need to cook breakfast and I got to go to work. So thank you. I will see you not tomorrow because tomorrow I have to go to Geneva. I will see you guys on Friday. Have a lovely, lovely, have some coffee to wake up for work maybe. Dog. Don't even get me started on work right now. Anyway, thank you guys. I'll talk to you next time.